And boom, I'm back. Let's play some 7 Days to Die. I caught that one quick that time. I'm getting a little better. Getting a little better at catching my own weird things that are going on. Let's get in here. Let's have some fun. What happened to my weapon again? Got all weird. It got all weird up in here. All right, let's play some games. Microsoft slowing me down. Your Windows update earlier. Look at this. Woo, taking some damage up in here. Taking some damage. All right, let me go ahead and jump up here with all my other epic peeps. Boom. Hey, everybody. How you doing tonight?
Hello. Doing fine. You?
Doing great now. No thanks to Microsoft. Gave me the whammy like 2 minutes before the stream. Said, do you want to update? And I said, no. And then it updated. No, I didn't want to update. Excuse me, pardon me, Mr. Microsoft Update. But such is the way it goes. Scuba down! Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Some people say hello back to you. Wolfric saying, oh, there you go. No audio. Haha. Yes, I do that sometimes just to freak everybody out. Just to freak everybody out. Will they make it back before the gun disappears? Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. Hold on, let me do that in my official vote. Will he make it back before the gun disappears? Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. There you go. Little announcer voice for you. All right, so we need to get out here, but first I need my chainsaw. Yeah, chainsaw pattern, as a matter of fact. Wouldn't happen to have a chainsaw pattern somewhere, would you, Anon? And hello, Ro. How you doing, man?
What kind of chainsaw is it?
That's a good question. Where's my chainsaw? I think it might be in my bike. Don't leave the door open.
You're doing okay. Logging in.
The kind of chainsaw that's now missing. That's the kind of chainsaw. Oh no, I must have put it away. Oh no, I must have put it in a Dropbox or something. Must have put it in the Dropbox or something.
I can make you a chainsaw in a little bit. Let me get to the base.
Now I gotta find my chainsaw. Maybe I'll just find me another one. Find me another one. Alright, I'm just gonna grab another one for now. Alright. We're going to go ahead and grab the chainsaw. We don't really need the nail gun right now. We're just going to throw it up there. And we're going to need a whole lot of gasoline. How we looking? Plenty of gasoline to go. We're going to use a lot of gasoline today because we're going to be cutting up a lot of stuff. Building out the base even further. Again, now we're building a giant compound. Now what we do is we go back and forth between various different builds. Right? Like we'll build really gigantic stuff, or we'll build kind of miniaturize that gigantic stuff. I'll move that over there. There we go. And we'll try to miniaturize that gigantic stuff as well, so that just makes it a little bit easier to build, uses less resources. Oh! And then suddenly a dog pack. Boom that, everybody! And suddenly a dog pack comes out of nowhere and kills me. Better get it quick! That was awesome. Out of nowhere. Dog pack, look out, everybody. You're gonna pay for that, little puppies. There you go. Did you guys get that one? You got it. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's see if you guys got it. You got to be quick on those. And then suddenly a dog pack. Boom that, everybody. And suddenly a dog pack comes out of nowhere and kills me. You got it. You got it, everybody. Good job. Good job. All right. Got to be on top of it. That was a good one. All right, got eaten up. Let me go ahead and grab my loot. My looty loot. Now let's go ahead and try this time with less dying. All right. One of the drawbacks of streaming. Sometimes you look away from your game and a dog pack comes out of nowhere and tries to eat your face. Texas Vet TV coming in, showing the love. Thank you so much. Holy Kismet, that was awesome. Wasn't it great? Win or lose in this game, it's always a bit of fun. Always a bit of fun. I don't mind if I die. I know it's all part of the experience of playing a game. You don't want to see me break keyboards, especially keyboards that people have, like, donated for. Like, if I break my Razer keyboard, people donated to the stream for me to get that and stuff like that. It seems very disrespectful to me. I don't get outraged in that. The only thing that enrages me, the only thing that triggers me off is Microsoft and their poor products. Like their Microsoft update, which I now call the Preston of updates. If you've never played Fallout 4 before, there is a character in there called Preston. Now, a lot of people dislike Preston, and I know why they dislike him. They probably don't even know why. They dislike Preston because he gives you a quest without giving you the option of saying no. He will give you all these quests all the time. Another settlement needs your help. Another settlement needs your help. And he'll give you the quest without you saying, sorry, I can't do the quest right now, right? You just get the quest and there's nothing you can do. You have no choice, right? If you take away the freedom of someone's choice, they are going to dislike you a lot. Just like the freedom to say no to one of those Microsoft updates right before my stream, which basically screws me over for like an hour or longer because I have to wait for the update and then I have to redo all of my sound to make all of my stuff work again. So that is like the Preston of updates or the Preston of updaters right there. Now, on the flip side, other places, what they do is they give you an option. They say, do you want to update now? And you're like, nah, not right now. And then they're like, okay. We'll just hold that update until you're ready, right? Well, Microsoft is not that way. It doesn't give you that option, even though I told it no, it did it anyway. So there you go. There you go. Oh, and it put it in the chat. Awesome. Look at that. Boom TV put it in the chat for you so you can watch the replay right in there. Right in there. Now, all that kind of crazy mischief happens a lot on my stream. So if you haven't done it yet, hit that follow button right up there at the top. Feel free to come on in, show the love. If you did like that, feel free to throw some bitty bits in the cup there. If you do, if you are the bit boss at the end of the night, right over there, right now, Melissa Maggi is going to be the bit boss. You'll get 10,000 Kiz caps. Also, a really fun thing to do, of course, is to drop a bunch of bits in there and do what we call the big bada boom, where you blast all those bits and send them flying. Lot of fun. Love to do that myself. Drop a lot of bits on people and then blow up their little cup. Blow up their little cup because every penny does help the stream. I appreciate everybody who does donate, everybody who does throw in those bits as well. Appreciate it, big time. There we go. Lacrosse Man just missed it. Fallout 4 time any soon. Yes, Lacrosse Man. Every time I stream except for Saturday from 9 p.m. Eastern time to midnight. So you just missed it. We just played for 3 hours. 3 hours we just played it. Or well, actually we played for 2 hours because normally I play at 9. But like I was saying, Microsoft screwed me over. So usually we play about 3 hours a night now. So I play longer than I do before. And longer and more fun. Every night. Lots and lots of fun. But if you missed it, that's okay. You can always check out also my YouTube. I do put every single stream in full 1080 HD on my YouTube. I'm the only one who does it at that level that I've seen. I've never seen anybody else put their entire streams up there. It is a kind of more of a labor of love than anything else. It is incredibly time intensive. Incredibly time and resource extensive, but I was challenged by one of my followers, Kismet, can you put it up there? And I said, you know what? I'm going to see what I can do. And so I figured a way. I can always find a way. I'm a great problem solver. I can always find a way to make stuff happen. Now, what I'm doing is just trying to create kind of like a giant channel from here over to the road that way. And then, of course, we're going to try to build one in the other direction as well. But we're going to need some more rebar frames, and we're going to need some more concrete. Let's go see if we've got some back at the base. And then over here, doing a little modification to our base action.
Hey, Kiz, you're invisible.
I'm invisible. Because I'm using my stealth boy. Let me turn it off.
Also, in advanced tool, there's chainsaw.
Chainsaw. All right, let's swap out the chainsaw. Oh, that's a nice chainsaw. Look at that, baby. Yeah, if you can make me a recipe, too, so I can repair it, that'd be awesome.
For the HD chainsaw, you need to use skill points.
You need skill points. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Let's see. Chainsaw.
There's a recipe for the regular chainsaw in the schematic box.
Ah, if I had known that, HD chainsaw, I could have bought that and repaired my other one. Now I know. Now I know. Now this is War of the Walkers mod, by the way, so that you can do a lot of other things you can't do in the basic thing. There's the basic version. There's a eco version, which is like an economy version, or an environment-friendly version, and then there's the HD version, which is like really super powerful version, like your HD bikes or your HP chainsaw or your auger, which you can actually make in this version as well. You can actually go into these various workbenches here and actually go into the armor smithing and actually make it in there. You can go into the tool smithing here. I think it's this one. Yes, advanced tool smithing. Now, as you can see, you can make nail gun stuff, tongues and machetes, all kind of higher end items as well, which is really cool. Really cool. But we're here for rebar frames, and let's see if we've got any extra rebar frames up here. Oh, yeah, a whole bunch of them, because I made literally thousands of them, because we're going to need thousands of them. Let's get tons of them. And then, what else we need? Concrete over here. Now I gotta look down to see where all the stuff is. That's why I usually don't like the stuff right here on floor level. I like it to be up. This way you're not running into stuff all the time. Typically that's what I like to do. But we're gonna go ahead and go with this for now. And see if we can kind of finish this out as well. Get on my bike. Whee! Turn around the other way. And get right in here. All right, and we're also going to need our nail gun, so we'll get that handy dandy in there. So take the wrench out. Get that going. I should probably park my bike up a little bit. Like that. And I'm going to start with it being about this wide. Now, this is really huge. Now, if you have any simple of a size in 7 Days to Die, this is our base right now, right? So we built this giant cement pad. But that's only just getting started. We're doing mega building. Now, as you can see, you've got all this area. You can see I've kind of already created a cut right here along this area. Well, from this whole line down here, right there, upwards, all the way up to here, is going to be all cement. And that is a daunting thing. That's a daunting thing. And if you're doing something of that level, you need to work on it a little bit each time. I mean, you can spend all day doing it, but I find it's much more enjoyable to work a little bit on it and then work on something else and then work a little bit on it, work on something else, so you don't burn yourself out. And that's what I'll be doing kind of each time, working a little bit on this, and then we'll work on other things like collecting materials that we need, stuff like that, exploring around, and of course doing Horde Night coming up very, very soon. Very, very soon. Getting that going on. Ole. Kismet, that was awesome, right? One of my PCs has no room and I keeps trying to update and I get the no space warning. Yeah. Yeah, that's a real bad time too because all your system stuff could get screwed up. Could get totally screwed up from that Rebel J2, DJ2. Bell DJ2. That's what I see in my head. And again, thank you to Texas Vet for the host. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love. There we go. All right, now we're going to have some fun doing some mega building. I love mega building. One of my favorite things to do. That's why I love this game, because you can build stuff at such a level that's pretty incredible. I mean, you can build anywhere. You can build whatever you want. You're not kind of stuck to certain pre-made pieces. In most respects. You can also use mods to add even more stuff to it. One of the drawbacks of Fallout is it does have a lot of stuff, but it does hit a limit to what you can do in there as well. Now, I would love it if this game had kind of more of a dynamic system for building. One of the things I would really like is dynamic arcs, right? Like right now, you can go ahead and you can build an arc. Right? second it updates. So you can build this arc. Now the problem with the arc is it goes to this really thin, like micro thin. So when the arc is coming together and it's going like this, it should be more of a plate width, right? When it comes to an end, it's more of like a super flat end, which is not really what you want. You want it to be kind of a little bit thick on both sides, so then you can use plates or whatever you want to use to kind of continue that line along. Now another thing I like to do is be able to control that inner arc, right? That inner arc, or if you had one that was just arcing, right? Without it being squared off in the back, right? Just to have it like a perfectly round kind of semicircle, right? Or kind of a solid arc. Then you could, of course, adjust the arc. So you'd have it like this, and then you could, you know, kind of bring the arc in and out. Kind of like you can with CAD programs and stuff like that. You can adjust the angle and the distance of that arc. That would be awesome. Because then you can build true round structures and make them line up a lot better with other objects. And I don't know if they're going to do that in the future. That would be awesome. I think right now they're kind of more focusing on characters and character models. They're working on new animals, as well as they're working on their Jeep. That looks pretty awesome. And, of course, their kind of Harley, as I like to call it, but kind of a chopper that they're putting together. If you've seen that Alpha 17, super, super cool. Can't wait for a whole lot of that stuff. Now, once that stuff drops, of course, we'll be testing all of that Alpha 17 stuff out. I love to. I'm subscribed to their YouTube. So anytime he drops like a video on what's the latest and greatest on Alpha 17, I always go over and watch it. Really awesome at explaining of what's coming up and all of that. I love that kind of development diary that they do. Now, this is going to take a while, so settle in, everybody. Make sure to go get yourself a snack, some food and water. If you got to run to the store, leave the stream up. Whatever you got to do, maybe some ice cream, because you deserve it, right? Maybe a little ice cream. You might need that. And settle in and enjoy the stream. So what is the base goal? Now, our goal right here is to survive. That is the base goal of the entire game. Now, what is our actual base goal? Well, see, last time what we did is we perfected our Kismet kill box, and it actually is pretty amazing. It basically will fight off mobs till the end of time, and it does it mostly automatically. Now, I could have continued to expand it and made it completely automated, where the only thing I got to do is come by there every now and again and just repair it, right? So what it will do is it will kill off any mobs that get too close to the base, and then I just kind of pick up all the loot. Pretty much. Now, if you've got enough resources, you could build a fully automated base and never have to worry about it again. But, of course, there's nobody there or nothing there that will repair it. So you've got to come back and repair it, because it will eventually get destroyed because they will overwhelm with damage over a period of time. So, yeah, we could do that. We could build the same exact base again and be perfectly fine. Except for that's not fun. It's not fun to just build the same thing every time. So sometimes what you want to do is you want to push yourself to build something new. And actually, that's what I do every single time I play. I never build the same thing twice. I never take over the same building twice. I might build a variation of that particular thing, but I won't build it the same exact way. I will try to vary it. I will try other things. And then as I do other things, I learn other things that I like and other things that I want to do along the way. And that's what makes this game so fun, is it's just much like Minecraft and other games like that. It is only limited by your imagination, right? So as much as you can imagine is as much as it will do. So as you can see here, we are adding a lot of blocks. And we're going to just keep on going. So that's why I made so many rebar frames. Now we're just going to do what I call the backpedaling method. We just keep on backpedaling. Of course, you don't know what's coming up there, because there could be some zombies. There could be a cliff there. You never know. But if you just walk backwards, hold down S, and hold down the right mouse button, it will just keep putting them down the second it can. You can just keep walking and walking and walking. Now, once I see that I'm on the road, then I know I've gone all the way. And you can only imagine how much time that this is going to take. Now, every now and again, it does this, where it skips a block. So watch out for that as you go as well. So a whole bunch of blocks today. A whole bunch of blocks going down. So the goal this time is just to try something new, to build different kind of bunkers that hold different things like food, water, all of those things. We're actually going to build our own kind of little mini city that has, you know, like a restaurant and has a kind of mechanic place. So if you want to go build a bike, well, you can go into the mechanics place and get it there. Or you can go to the next place and get food and water. You can also have a place to drop off all your loot, all that stuff in one place. But the first thing we need to do is, of course, build out the foundations and build out from that kind of center spot. There we go. Build out from there. And then we're going to go all the way right to here, but not quite to the end there. Because we're going to build some ramps there and utilize some ramps right there as well. Now here's a little trick, by the way. Now that I'm going back the other direction, what I can do is kind of just keep going back the other way while I'm backtracking. Now also another thing I can do is go ahead, fill this in, because I know this is all good to go here. And just kind of fill it in as I'm kind of backtracking as well. Try to do like two things at once. I can always come back and fill it in at the end, as well as I come back in the other direction. So we'll go ahead and just backpedal again. Now, if we run into any problems going by here, if there's anything in our way, we'll just use our auger to get it as well. So we're going to be putting down a whole bunch of stuff. Cam Daddy says, nice channel, man. Well, thank you very much, Cam Daddy. I do appreciate that a lot. I appreciate you coming into the stream, hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and take that and put that in my nice things that people say. I have literally thousands of them. If you're new to my stream, my name is Kismet. I'm a variety streamer. I love playing games that are basically building games. I love building. I love explaining things that I found to help you guys, save you guys some time, as well as just to hang out and have some fun here in the stream. Now, I do play a lot of Fallout 4, probably most known for Fallout 4. I do have about 2,000 hours in Fallout 4. I've played all the different Fallouts, all the way back to the original Fallout 1. I do also have a gaming team. I've been the leader and founder, one of the longest running gaming teams, Kismet, Ring of Destiny, which used to be my name, by the way, here on Twitch, if you guys haven't noticed my name change in a while. I did get partnered with Twitch, which is pretty awesome, as well as with Discord and, of course, Curse Union for Gamers, who I've been partnered with for a while. And I did change my name from Kismet_Ring of Destiny to just Kismet. I am now the Kismet on Twitch. As well as I got to go to TwitchCon, and pretty amazingly, they invited me to stream live from the show, thanks to my buddy Banlish. And I got to stream live from the show Fallout 4. Got to hang out with 5 of my mods, who I also brought to TwitchCon. I didn't see anybody else bringing their mods, just me. And of course, we had a fantastic time. Probably one of the best times of my life I've ever had. It was a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun to go to conventions with other people and hanging out with them as well. So we're going to just keep on going here. We're just going to do like one more row on this side, and then we're going to go work. Oh, and there it is. All right, cool. We'll go the other way. Now, again, while we go ahead and backtrack here, we'll go ahead, fill all this in. Let that start drying. Know what it is that filling in that concrete is so satisfying. I love the frames in this game, by the way. The true genius of this particular game is these frames. The reason why that is because you can try a whole bunch of stuff, see what you like and what you don't like, and then just take it right back up again, right? Very much like Fallout, right? Where you put stuff down, you take it right back up. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like the fact that they took out cobblestone frames. Because when you put down the flagstone, you can't just pick it back up. You got to break it down. But, you know, such is progress, right? Such is progress. You never know. They might add it back in again, or they might just leave it out and make it so the more advanced building you would want to do with rebar frames. But there you go. There you go. So I think the true genius of this game is the fact that you can just build away to your heart's content with these rebar frames and then decide that you don't like it later and take it up before you fill it in or modify it later. Before you fill it in with concrete. And of course, if you're like me, you got an auger, you can always fill this in as well. Let's go ahead and turn this way. Now, that's not the most efficient way to do that, but definitely the more fun way to do it. All right, let's keep going. more efficiently is just to run straight down the line. But I don't know. I try to vary my gameplay. I try not to play exactly the same every time. I try not to do it very systematically, like when I'm filling stuff in, right? It's more fun to zigzag than to go by row. And sometimes I will go by row. Sometimes I'll just... Right? I don't know. I like to zigzag sometimes. Sometimes I like to go by row. I like to change it up a bit. Like so. Change it up a bit. There we go. Reverse, come in and drop the Dragon Hammer. Crush that follow button. Became part of the Kismet Army. Welcome, welcome. Make sure to show lots of love in the chat. Feel free to say hello. Feel free to say hello in the chat. I love to talk to new peeps who come in here. Now, I'm also very lurker friendly, so I'm not going to call you out in the chat if you are lurking in the channel. Feel free to come on in anytime you like. Put your feet up, relax. You've earned it. You've earned it. You had a hard day, whether you had to deal with your boss, maybe your dog bitches, something crazy like that might have happened today, and you're like, Kismet, all I want to do is just chill out and watch you build some stuff. Well, you're in the right spot. You're in the right spot for that. All right, we're going to go ahead and make some grassy ground so we can throw that underneath there. We'll look for that here in just a second. There we go. We'll throw that underneath there. Try to make that rock solid. I won't have to trigger anybody by using frames. I have a tendency to use frames because I'm just lazy. And then people are like, Kismet, don't use those rebar frames, man. You should be using dirt. I'm like, all right, I'll use some dirt for you guys. There we go. Now, I also like to run sometimes because if you do get it just right, sometimes you can actually fill them in a little bit faster just running full speed by holding down shift. Now, of course, what happens is of course, you do miss a few. You got to come back for it. But it still works pretty fast, I think. And you see I'm moving my bike a little bit forward, because when I get to the end, I'm going to drive all the way to the other side, and we're going to start working on the other side as well. So super, super fun. Kill some zombies so I don't have to. There you go. I kill lots of zombies. See how many kills I got in this playthrough. We barely just started this playthrough. Let's see. I'm at 637, which isn't too bad this early. Oh, you lucky you turned your head at the very last second. I had a headshot there. Whatever works. Have a seat, brother. Anybody else want some? Who else wants some? Bueller? Bueller? They're so wimpy. So wimpy, they chicken out. They chicken out. They're like, I don't want to end up like that guy. I don't want to catch no bullets with my face. Whee! Oh, that was a good one. Got most of that one. Again, I vary the way I fill it in, just for variety's sake. Because I have filled in a whole lot of concrete. Now, if you'd like to see some of my previous mega builds with my awesome team here, you can check them out on my YouTube channel. My mods will throw that in the chat. There is a separate playlist for highlights and things like that if you want to see those mega builds, as well as you can go ahead and watch the full streams over there. That's right, every stream I've done for years now. For years up there, and it's about, I just uploaded about 7.2 terabytes worth of videos over the last couple months, and they will still be going. They still haven't caught up yet, but they will eventually catch up, I believe, by December, to where 24 hours later after I stream, they will go up on YouTube, and because I'm a partner, I can't put them up any earlier than that now, which I would love to do, but it says in the partner thing that I can't do that, so. Oh, sticky keys. I still forgot to turn that back off again, everybody. Now, I did turn it off on my machine before, but what I did was I re-wiped my entire machine, and I keep forgetting that. All right, I'm going to write that down. That'll be the first thing I'm going to do when I get up tomorrow is turn off the sticky keys. All right. There we go. Now, here's a little clue that I've learned in all the years that I have been working. Now, I've been a graphic designer for 25 years. I've worked with some of the top companies in the world, including Apple, which I had an amazing job with. If you've never been to my channel before, I'll tell you a little bit of my story. And if you've been to my channel a lot, then you've heard this story a lot. Go get yourself some sort of snack real quick. What I did is I was working for Apple, and I was like a job of a lifetime, working from home, pretty amazing. And I got really ill. I got something called sleep apnea and vertigo. I saw 11 doctors. And basically, after seeing all those doctors for like a year and a half, they basically told me to lay down and die because there was nothing they could do. And I told them to go screw yourself. Because that's not the way that I go out. Basically, I would have been stuck in the bed. The wife would have to take care of me. Now, by the way, this is an NPC right here. That's not a person. That's an NPC. It's wandering around our little thing. Stay there and defend our stuff. So, yeah. Basically told me to lay down and die. And you know what I said to them? Go screw yourself. I said, that's not the way I go out. So I got up every single day, despite being dizzy, despite being unable to do really a lot of the most basic things, like driving, like going and playing with my kids or anything, because I would fall down. Because what happens, the whole ground goes like that. It feels like it's always moving. And I'm always dizzy. I'm dizzy right now, right this moment. But you can't let that kind of stuff stop you in life. You can't use it as an excuse to give up on what you love to do. Now, I could no longer do my job at Apple, and I had to give up that job, which sucks big time. Because I'd be making 6 figures right now. Be making the big money right this moment. And that'd be nice. But such is life, right? Such is life. You have your ups and downs on the roller coaster of life. This is my life. It's like this all the time. And I'm sure a lot of you have the same kind of deal. So, what do you do? What do you do? Well, when my doctor said, basically, there's nothing we can do, and a real doctor will tell it to you straight, by the way. He said, you're probably going to have to live with these conditions the rest of your life. And, of course, I used the CPAP machine, and I've used all of that stuff, and had CAT scans, where the power went off, by the way. The power went off. I got stuck in the CAT scan. Now, if you have a problem with claustrophobia, that would freak you out. I went to my happy place. I'm like in Hawaii. I'm in the lawn chair. The waves are coming in. I've been to Hawaii many times. It's beautiful there. Beautiful. So, yeah, you got to go to your happy place when that happens. So what I did is I got up every day, and I said, you know what? I've got to find something else that I love to do. Why can't I make any ramps? What's the deal here? What's up with my ramps, everybody? It's not showing me my wood ramp. There it is. Oh, I don't have any wood on me. That's why, duh. I need some wood, everybody. Let's get some. Reload this baby. Reload this baby. That's how you get that done. All right, there we go. That's why the ramps weren't coming up. All right, let's go ahead and make a bunch of those. Now, I'm just going to make some wood ramps right now. I'll come back. I'll make some rebar later. Let's take that out of there. Let's go ahead and put the grassy ground in. Now, it's actually better to put cement under there. But they're not going to really deal with that because that's going to be really far away. If it does start to be a problem where they start attacking it or whatnot, we'll go through and readjust it. But I'm just going to put these here, poorly apparently, put these here so that people can get up on the ramp. So again, lost the job. And I said, what other thing do I love to do in my life? Now, of course, I've been the leader and founder of one of the longest running gaming guilds. My gaming guilds have done it all. We've done the 40-man raids in WoW. I've had 300 members in WoW. I've had 800 members over the last 15 years in various different games. We've had 300 members in Star Wars The Old Republic. We had 300 members way back in the day, 15 years ago, back in Lineage, back in those days. A lot of fun. We've done 50-man PvPs, and we've got all the best gear and all that kind of fun stuff that you do in MMOs. We've done all of that. Big deal. We did it, right? And it's a lot of fun, though. A lot of fun going out there and having fun with those MMOs. But I said, you know what? I'm going to try this whole streaming thing. So that's what I did. I played a game called Fallout Shelter. Now, I always try stuff to make sure I like it. And that's what I always suggest before you go out and buy yourself a green screen and before you go buy yourself a $200 camera, a $200 microphone, or any of that stuff. That first what you do is you simply get yourself a cheap video camera, and then you get yourself a decent microphone, and then you give it a try. Before you spend any more money. Before you spend any more money or any more time on it, give it a try for like a month. If you're having fun doing it, and you feel like it's something that you can do, want to put your time and effort toward, then I would go for it, right? Now, only you know if it's right for you. You're the only one who knows, because you're going to have to climb that mountain. And it took me 2.5 years to be partnered. 2.5 years. Now, it might take, you might be faster at it than me, because I'm a bit older. It's a bit tougher for me. My chances of becoming partnered when I started is, especially since I have medical issues as well, is probably about 1 to 5%. More probably on the 1% side. So that happening was very, very low. But in my case, it's something that got me out of the bed every day and literally saved my life. Literally, you are the reason, all of my community, pressing that follow button, pressing that subscribe button, is the reason why I'm here today. And the reason why it inspired me to get up and go to the gym and start to work out again. And go on to juicing and lose another 10 pounds there. So I lost 10 pounds stopping to drink soda. So I don't drink soda. It's not like I give it up. I can have a soda if I want. And I had some when I was at TwitchCon, and it was really powerful when you haven't drunken it in a while. And then I could have whatever I want, right? But I would rather not have that 10 pounds back. So I then, of course, went to juicing and lost another 10 pounds. And I lost 40 pounds. 40 pounds, which is a huge difference to somebody who has sleep apnea, somebody who does have medical issues. It does help it, so I sleep better. I sleep way better than I did before. And then, of course, I continue to work on my health until now I feel better than I felt like in the last 10 years, which is awesome. And I'm going to continue on doing that, because once you build that momentum, it just encourages you to go to the next stage and the next stage and the next stage, where you keep on going, right? You keep on going, and good things start to happen to you. Good things start to happen to you when you get your stuff in order. When you get your stuff in order, like I got partnered. I mean, that's all because of the giant outpouring of love from my community and a giant outpouring of love from all the streamers and people who I've helped along the way go out and get partnered before me, even though they were smaller streamers than me back in the day. But they deserve it. They work very, very hard for their stuff. A lot of streamers work very hard behind the streams. Much love to streamers, because it isn't easy. I mean, it looks easy. It looks like you just, you fire up a webcam, you play some games, and boom, people are going to drop, $50,000 on your channel or something insane like that. It doesn't work like that for most people. I mean, if you're a pro gamer, maybe, or if you got a YouTube following, maybe you can have people come over and do that. But when you're just starting off, it is a uphill climb, like a hill like this. It is like this. Now, when you climb that hill and you get to affiliate, you're about halfway up, and then you climb all the way to the top of the mountain, and now you're partnered. That's when the work begins. That's the starting line. Because now, it's like your job. It's like what you do for a living, right? So now you got to put even more time and effort into it to take it to that whole next level, which I do. I work 7 days a week. 7 days a week for several years on my stream. Because I also love to do it. So it doesn't really feel like a job when I'm sitting there making cool graphics and I'm making Dragonfire for my cup over here or doing stuff like that. Because I love to do it. Now, if you love to do something, it's a lot easier to do it every single day, right? If you hate being an accountant, you're going to have trouble if that's what you do for a living, right? If you hate digging ditches, you hate working at Walmart, you hate working at McDonald's or whatever fast food joint you're working at, if you hate working there, well, there's nothing wrong with working there, by the way. There's nothing wrong with having that entry-level job. Nothing wrong at all. But if you want to do something else in your life, use what you've got now, the skills you've got now, and learn everything you can at every single job you work at. Just think of it as collecting XP. Every time you work somewhere, you're collecting XP. Okay, what's the manager's job? What does the manager do? What does the guy in the back do? What does the cleanup guy do? Don't forget about the cleanup guy. Don't forget about every person who's part of that whole entire process. How do they do it? How do they make their money at the fast food place? How does Walmart make their money, right? How do they get their products? How do they get it to where they are? What does my manager do? What does the manager of my manager do? Who's the owner of Walmart? Who's the owner of McDonald's? If you don't know who the owner of the company you work for, you're failing. You're failing at what you do. You should always know the owner. You should know your boss and the boss above them and so on and so forth. You should always know who those people are. You should know all of them. Especially if you run into them. You're like, hey, oh, it's so-and-so, right? Shows that you're a good employee. Now, I've hired a lot of people in my life for various different jobs. And I can tell you that I will take the person who is more enthusiastic, who I think will show up, over a person who's really good at what they do. A person who shows up and they're like, I'm the best thing ever. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay, show me you're the best thing ever. And they go, yeah, look, I'm the best thing ever. But then if they have an ego, or if they're an a-hole, boom, they're out of there. I won't hire that person. I don't need more work for me, right? I don't need to hire people that are going to cause more work for the manager or the owner of the company, because it just causes more hurdles for me in my day. I need somebody who can go in there and get it done. That's it. That's all your bosses want. They want you to go in there and they want you to get it done. Now, some bosses are a-holes anyway, but that's all they need. That's what somebody, if you go to work for somebody, what did I just die of? I die of food? I think I died of food and water. You guys weren't backing me up. Louvatar coming in with the love. What's up, Louvatar? Thanks for hanging out. You guys let me die. You guys let me down on that one. You let me... That's crazy after the fact. Hey, Kismet, food and water, bro. I want to see if I died of food and water. That's going to be awesome. Let's see. I'm terrible at remembering. Come on, where is it? Did it say what I died of in the thing?
No, I didn't say.
All right. I think I died of food and water there. I wasn't paying attention. I was chatting too much. Yes, we did. Back up. Oh man, I was getting into my talking zone and I missed it. Did I miss it? I was just looking at a Louvatar coming in. Oh, you did. Crazy and Sister Wolf told me earlier. All right. Crazy, give Sister Wolf 1,000 kiss caps, and then Sister Wolf give Crazy 1,000 kiss caps for backing me up. For backing me up on that one. That one was pretty epic. I was chatting. What can I say? I love to chat with people in the chat. That's what it's about, right? Chatting with people in the chat. All right, I got owned there, everybody. I got owned because I wasn't watching my food and water. You can starve to death. I don't do it that often, but occasionally I do. Now, luckily, I'm not too far away from the base. There's all my stuff right there. And let's keep on going. Keep on going. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just clear some of this. I'm clearing a little bit too wide on this anyway. We're going to clear just this one side here. Let's see. Oh, it's right here. It's right here anyway. All right. Now, I've dug a bit of a trench here. Let's go ahead and go like this. I dug a bit of a trench, and I really like to, what I call undercut stuff. Let me go ahead and just undercut this a bit. Actually, I think it gets deeper this way. Oh, I thought it went down here. I thought it went down here. Apparently not. We're going to go ahead and undercut a lot of this. And what we're trying to do is, again, just try to clear away that we can go through and run a road all the way from over here. So it's kind of like we're making a freeway. When you get to this gravel here, it's really good, though, because you're going to run into all sorts of resources that you can use. Again, notice how I'm just undercutting it all. I forgot to go and... you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to go cut down all those trees. Oh, well. Oh, well, I'll just plant some more and cut them down later. Again, if I make a mistake here, I can always refill in the mistakes with all this dirt and whatnot that I'm getting. Getting tons of worms, too, if you notice over there. Also, what I can do while I'm waiting, right, while I'm doing all this, is I can be making some grassy ground. This way, when I make a mistake, I, of course, have more than just one right there to fill it back in again. So we'll just go ahead and try to cut a big slice over here, just wide enough where we could do this road in the other direction. And again, we'll work a little bit each time trying to do that and try not to kill ourselves by stuff falling on us. Again, I would much prefer if it fell and be turned into rock or to stone instead of debris. That would be much better, much like sand does. See, sand, when it falls into little things like this, like dirt fragments like that. But the other stuff does not. The other stuff does not, and you have to kind of cut it out again a second time. So you got to keep cutting and then cutting again. And again, we got a ways to go, but we'll keep on going. Keep on going. So yeah, so I recovered my health, and now I'm doing what I love every day. Got to stream live from TwitchCon, which is like a dream come true. Got the name Kismet, which was like a pie-in-the-sky dream. I didn't think that was ever going to happen, because somebody had already taken the name. Somebody had already taken the name, but they haven't streamed in like 5 years, right? And I tried to get the name in the very beginning, but somebody had already gotten it, then wasn't using it. Then they started using it, and then they stopped streaming. And then what happens is if it's a dead account, you can go in when you get partnered and you can ask them and say, hey, can I have that name? And they will try it, or they will not get it to you. So don't be too obsessed with it, because they may not be able to give it to you, or someone might have already have it, or they might be active, or whatever it is. But in my case, they were lucky enough. I was lucky enough to get that name, which is, I think, is a huge coup for my channel to have just the name Kismet, so everybody doesn't have to type out Kismet _ Ring of Destiny every single time. I think it's a lot easier to do it that way. All right, so let's go ahead and put some of this stuff away onto the bike here. I probably don't need to carry around this much stuff. Let's go ahead and stack a bunch more of that stuff in there. There we go. All of that stuff in there. I don't need the wrenches. That I could probably keep on me in case stuff goes horribly wrong with the dog pack or something like that again. We'll go ahead and craft that grassy ground. Again, I wish you could drag between that, so I don't have to do that every time. I don't have to stop it, then restart it, and stop it, and restart it. I can just drag it in the queue, ahead of the queue. That would be awesome. Awesome. All right. Now, I don't know if we're going to get this done before Horde Night, but we're coming up on Horde Night right now. It's day 133, which is Horde Day. At nighttime, right at 2200, it's going to turn on. We've got it turned up pretty tough, too. This is the survival level mode. There is normal mode, then there is like a hard mode, and then there is survival mode, which is what we're on right now. Now, the mobs do run at nighttime, and you might be thinking to yourself, Kismet, what are you doing out there at nighttime? Because you might die. Well, the first thing you got to do is overcome your fears in games, like afraid of dying at nighttime or whatnot. I'm not too far away from the base, so I'm not too worried about it. Also, I don't have that much stuff on me, so I'm not too worried about losing that as well. Now, also, I can always get all this stuff again if I do lose it. No big deal. No big deal. I don't really worry about dying in games. But if I do die, I just run back, get my stuff. Just like that. Now, if I'm trying to, you know, go out and collect stuff and things like that, then it's better to keep your health high. So when you're going through various buildings and whatnot, you're better off. But right now, I'm just building a ginormous base. Building a ginormous base along the way. Another tree coming down. There's a lot of sand and dirt and all sorts of stuff. We're certainly not going to be any shortage of worms up in here. There we go. You both gave it to Jazz Sands. That's too funny. Did you forget Crazy, Sister Wolf? Did you give Crazy some points? That's funny. That's funny. That is hilarious. It's funny when mods, when they don't communicate, and then all of a sudden one gives out points and the other one gives out points at the same time. They can actually take points away, but you can go ahead and leave it. It's okay, mods. That's funny. Oh, hello. Let's party. How about you? We're going to play Catch the Bullet with Your Face. Man, she's good at this game. She's a pro at this game. She caught it on the first try. Nice job. Again, they do run at nighttime, and they hit really, really hard. So, I could die at any moment. But that's all part of the fun. I have the sound turned down a little bit right now, so the auger's not so loud. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. Now, again, if you have a comment or question for me, my name is Kismet. You can put Kiz or Kismet in the chat. You can go ahead and highlight. It'll highlight my chat. I'll know you're talking directly to me. Ramstein RIG says, I want to get my old Ramstein account back. What happened to it, man? What happened to it? Why can't you get it back? Why can't you get it back? Did you get banned? Did you get banned, bro? I'm sorry if you did, man. I'm sorry if you did. Maybe you got hacked. Maybe you had it on Justin TV and then you couldn't get it. That's what I had. I had a Lord Kismet account originally, Lord_Kismet, and I had it on Justin TV back in the day. And then I guess I missed the window because I've been streaming since Justin TV, but not professionally, just to help my members. Because I would show them skill rotations and all sorts of fun stuff on the stream. I couldn't switch it over to Twitch, so they said basically start a new account. So that's what I had to do. So I started a new account, and of course I had to get everybody to, you know, follow me over here again, which I had a good amount of followers over there. And then I had to give that account up. Huge bummer, man. Huge bummer. Now, I'm sure I could probably ask him for that account back, but I would rather have the Kismet name right now, because that makes me the Kismet here on Twitch, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Awesome. Let's do this, baby. Let's do this. Oh. Mods can make, mods, can you take 100K of my points and give it to chat? Nope. They can't. They can't, yeah, they can't grab your points and give them out. You can give it to a specific person. If Luvatar, if you want to give points, just take the list of people and go ! Give points, and then you can tell how many people you want to give points. You can actually do it yourself as a subscriber. As a subscriber, you can totally go in and give out your own points to other people. It's pretty cool. You can also put links in the chat if you do a clip or whatever like that. You can go ahead and throw it in the chat. Also, I was doing song requests, but I had to stop those. Had to stop those. I would rather not break any of Twitch's rules as a partnered streamer. I would prefer not to do the music player because I don't want to get into trouble. Speaking of awesome people, Orayverse coming in with a sub love. He's like, Kismet, you know what? I've watched your stream long enough. I believe in what you're doing. I want to send you a few dollar bills to keep the stream going. I thank you very, very much. Every dollar does go right back into the stream. I appreciate it greatly. And we're going to do something special for you right now. That's right. We're going to do the Kismet Love Train. If you've never done it before, everybody, Saltbot going to tell you about it right now. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Saltbot here. It is time for the Kismet Love Train. Put at, and then the awesome person's name in chat along with your favorite emotes from your favorite streamers. They will fly all over the stream to show support for all the love.
Here we go, everybody. Let's get that Kismet Love Train going on. What you do is you put your favorite emotes from your favorite streamers right there in the chat. They'll fly all over the place to show some support. Make sure to put at Orayverse in the chat for showing the stream some love. I appreciate it greatly. You will find nobody else who appreciates it as much as I do. That is for sure. That's kept me basically inspired and loving what I do every single day. Thanks to you guys for helping me live the dream. I appreciate it greatly. I appreciate every single person, not just the people who hit the subscribe button. But you don't have to subscribe to my channel. If you can't afford it, that's perfectly okay. But I greatly appreciate the people who do, because they do keep the stream going. They do keep it going. They keep the lights on. And they allow me to do awesome things like do giveaways here on the stream, take my mods to TwitchCon, amazing, awesome stuff like that to repay you guys, the guys in the community. Holy mackerel, that lady scared the heck out of me. She came out of nowhere. How's an NPC, by the way? Hope she doesn't jump in front of my auger. Where'd you go, lady? Scared the heck out of me. Some lady jumped out of nowhere. She's like, ah, Kismet! Here's a heart attack for you. Appeared out of nowhere. I wonder if I can crush her to death. Apparently. Could you be a little bit more annoying and like stand right where I'm going? Could you come over here and stand right where I'm... Oh my gosh, what's that light from? Somebody in their bike. Somebody in their bike trying to scare me. I hit her with some sneak damage. That lady is annoying. That lady is annoying. Trying to work here, lady. I'm walking here. I'm walking here. Rose over here digging. Go get an auger, Ro. We got tons of augers, man. HD augers, HD chainsaws, all sorts of stuff. Load up. All right, that was one excellent, beautiful love train. Nice job, everybody. You blew it up in the chat. You blew it up. Nice job.
Very zen.
Astro Idea coming in with a host as well. Thank you so much for that auto host. Appreciate that love. Appreciate the love tonight, everybody. That was excellent. That was amazing. Crazy Aussie coming in says, Kismet, overcome my fear of heights for a job. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, I never was afraid of being up really high. I would jump rooftop to rooftop as a kid. Never even think about it twice because you always think you're invincible when you're young, don't you? And then you start to realize, oh my God, I just did something. I could have died. I could have died from that. I've had a lot of those moments. I've had a lot of those moments where I thought, okay, this is the end. This is the game over right here. But somehow survived. Somehow survived. But when you're young, you think, you know what, I'm invincible. Heights are no big deal. Now, with my vertigo, it gets even worse, of course, when I'm up high. I don't know what it is. I have a particular problem with stairs. When I'm going up and down stairs, the stairs have a tendency to be going like this. And because it's such a small place to put your foot down on, I don't know if any of you have vertigo, have the same problem as me. If you do, put one in the chat. That it's very difficult to go up and down stairs. I find it very difficult when I'm moving rapidly. When I'm moving very, very fast. That makes it more difficult as well. But, you know, in life, you just try to find ways around stuff. You just try to find a solution to the problem. Try to find a solution to the problem and move on. And that's what I had to do. My doctors weren't going to have some sort of magic fix that was going to make it all better. So I just have to live with it. And such is life, right? Sometimes life doesn't deal you a fair hand, does it? It doesn't always deal you a fair hand. In fact, most of the time it doesn't. But then again, sometimes it's trying to give you a nudge in the direction of where you should be at. In my case, it gave me a nudge to do this. And you know what? This turned out pretty good. Turned out pretty good. Now, am I making, you know, $1 million or $50,000 every month? Nah, I'm not making nothing because I put it all right back into the stream. But I love doing it, and I hopefully, eventually, one day, after a lot of love and attention that I give the stream, hopefully, one day it will actually pay me. That would be awesome. Pay me back for all the hard work and effort I've put into it. But I do it really because it's what I love to do. And that's where you got to start. You got to start in something that you love to do or working toward. Something you have passion for, that you love to do, that you want to do in your life. Always be working toward that in your life. Because otherwise, life can be pretty rough. Pretty rough. Even when you're, you know, kind of grinding, you're trying to level up, you're trying to get those achievements done in real life. Like, you know, you're trying to unlock stuff as you go. I think of real life very much like a game where you're building up your skill points, you know, when you're in college or when you're in high school or whatever school you're in. Then you're trying to level up, trying to get those achievements, right? Trying to become the boss, trying to maybe get your own company, trying to do whatever you're trying to do in life. Maybe you want to be a writer or a doctor, whatever it is. When you wake up in the morning and you said, man, I sure wish I was a writer. Well, then that's probably what you should be. Because every day you wake up, and if that's what you have a passion for, maybe that's what you should be. Now, it's up to you. You've got to find it out. It's like a journey. It's a whole life's journey to find out what you really want to do in life. And sometimes you love doing something, but you can't do it anymore. Like in my case, can't do graphic design anymore. I do some design for myself, but you're on very strict deadlines. It's very stressful. It really aggravates my condition. So I can't do that anymore, which is a bummer. Which is a bummer, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll continue to do what I love every day. Anyway. Gotta find something else that you love to do in your life. So you feel like you're going towards somewhere instead of getting stuck in one place. Because that can happen quite often when you're working in a job. You know, your boss is a jerk, but you got to get the paycheck. Because, you know, you're trying to do right by your family and your kids and all of that stuff. It is a tough thing. It is a tough thing to find that balance between something you love to do and something you got to do just to pay the bills. There's nothing wrong with just paying the bills, working, you know, as a Walmart greeter or whatever it is you're doing. Maybe the stock boy. Maybe you're doing, you know, McDonald's. Maybe you're doing some other fast food place. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't let nobody bring you down because of that. Because you're out there busting your butt. You're not sitting on your butt. You're out there busting your butt. You come home at the end of the day and you're like, you know what? I just want to chill. I just want to chill out. I want to deal with no more problems. I already had to solve problems all day long at work. You know what I want to do? I just want to chill out and hang out in Kismet stream with a lot of epic people right over there. Right over there. That's the thing to do. Hang out with some awesome people. Dag Hoster, Deso Rider hanging out. What's up, man? Thanks for hanging out in the stream. Pathfinder Phoenix saying, hey, how's the Kismet Army? How's everybody doing? Everybody say hello to Pathfinder Phoenix in the chat. Show him some love. Show him some love in the chat. Boom. Oh, man, we're getting lots of dirt. We got plenty of dirt queued up. Man, that auger repaired. Keep on going. Freaks me out when someone's got their light on behind me. He's got his bike light on behind me. Look at that cascade. Look at that. Ooh, that was a good one. All the way across. All the way across on that one. Nice, nice. Now, I find what you do is you just settle down, buckle in. When you're working on something that has a lot of work to do, it's very tedious. It might be time consuming. Just keep going. Just keep going as best you can. And if you get to a point where you're like, you know what, I gotta stop, then just stop. You know, take a break. Come back to it in a minute. That's the best way to do it. For me, I never get tired of doing this kind of stuff because I love to do it. So I love to do building. I don't mind doing a lot of demo like I'm doing right now, which is basically just knocking stuff down like so. Look at that good cascade right there. Nice. I'm going to try to, I'm going a little bit too far that way. Cutting a little bit too deep there. Let's try to speed this up a little bit by just doing this side. Now I can also do this, by the way. I can get down in this little trench and just kind of cut it this way. Just keep cutting it. It's a little awkward to do it like this, but it totally does work. Except for when that happens. Getting an awkward rock falls right underneath your feet. There we go. And just keep cutting. Clear all this out. I'm going to fill that back in again anyway. So I'm going to leave that filled in. Now here we are. We're right here by the edge. So we'll go ahead and clear this as well. I'm going to extend this ramp here a bit. And we're going to build a ramp up from right here. I'm just going to use wood ramps for now. You see, I'm kind of cutting it more at an angle. Like so. Now, it still will undermine it. Eventually. If I can get unstuck there. There we go. As long as I continue to cut it this way. There we go. And we got a fairly good cascade there. Very nice. Very nice. Again, now you stay at it, and before you know it, you'll reach your destination. There we go. A little bit of that. And then we'll go ahead and make a whole bunch of... oh, and we're missing... We lost a wood frame. Try to jump it. Oh. Jump. Oh. Why are you not jumping? Jump. There we go. And we'll come up here. Now, this goes all the way to the road. So it goes from one road all the way to the other road, and we just cut all that out. Isn't that amazing how fast we did that? Oh, look at it. It's a bear. I know what we should do. Let's tick off this bear. How about we double shot the bear to the head? How about that? Go chainsaw this bear. Dead bear. Now, you're supposed to use a knife or an axe, which would give you food and all that stuff. But nah. Nah. All right, so as you can see, we've cut a bit into the road here. We've created like a little angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut down some trees. We're going to go ahead and make an angle there. And then we're going to put down a whole lot of frames here in just a minute. Now, one of the things I like to do is cut down all the trees around an area so that it's easier to see all the mobs sneaking up on you as well. Another great reason to do that. So we'll go ahead and make some ramps. Like so. How many can we make? 803. That ought to do it. Let's try 100. Let's try 99. What the heck? Numbers lock. Fail there. All right, and back to grassy ground as well. Thanks for the positive stream. Looking forward to many more on Reverse. Thank you so much. Yes, I do try to inspire people every single day in my stream. I try to bring the love and attention. When I first started streaming, by the way, people would raid people in a negative way. They would go and they would raid their channel and they'd be a bunch of jerks and stuff in there. And I thought, you know what? I want to do the opposite of that. I want to go in and I want to make people's night. I want to make them smile. I want to make them feel better. The underdog, the smaller streamer. Stop that. Stop that. The smaller streamer. I want to give them kind of what I call the love train. So we give them the Kismet love train. We go over there. We show them some love. Hopefully I can inspire you guys a little bit in your day as well. Because if I can do it, you can do it as well. Because I'm a bit of a slacker. I'm a bit of a slacker when it comes to looking after my health and whatnot. But it got to a point where I had no choice. I do it or I die, right? Those are my choices. And I chose, obviously, to live. Because, hey, that's a lot more fun. You can play a lot more games when you're not dead. Which is awesome. All right, there we go. So we created that ramp there. Let's go ahead and fill this back in again here. What happened there? Someone put a wood frame in there. Don't preempt me. Stop it. There we go. All right. He put the wood frame down right the second when I tried to put the wood in, or tried to put the sand in. All right, there we go. Messing me up, everybody. I love Ro, though. He's pretty awesome, though. Ro's always helping me out. He's always a big help to the stream. And also on our builds. So sometimes I tease him a bit. I tease everybody a little bit. But all lovingly, though. All right, let's auger all this stuff out. Again, we want to make it so when someone comes along, they don't fall down into a pit, right? But they can get in and out fairly easy of this area. Again, I'm trying to be good for all of you out there who are like, Kismet, don't use frames underneath the stuff. All right. I gotta do it the proper way. I'm on it.
4 wide on this?
Yeah, about 4 wide. Gotta be good. The bottom ones we're going to take out eventually and run rebar. We'll eventually come over here and take all these out too for rebar. Right now we're just making about 4 wide. Eventually this whole entire area right here, that whole area will be the bunker, right? So we'll actually make it go all the way up and all the way across. And then we're actually going to come in and we're going to take over this kind of thing as our own private pond here. And this whole entire thing will be cement. And of course, we'll build various bunkers and whatnot in there to hold it as well. And right now we're just using wood frames just to try to have a ramp there. So if people come this way, they can just ramp their way up, or if they're coming from the other way, they can ramp their way down and just go straight to the base. Now we're going to go ahead and start with the rebar frames. So I'll go ahead and also fill in any of these kind of holes along the edge here. And I should probably start from the other side just to make sure. Just to make sure I don't screw it up too much. But I do need to put these down in here. Now I'm making a ton of these grassy grounds just for this one reason. I don't screw it up too much there. And get that away. There we go. There we go. Whoa, look at that. He's already on it. Look at Anon already working on it. Nice. So again, my team works amazingly together. We do a lot of work together where we're, you know, he'll be working on one thing, I'll work on another thing, he'll work on a row, I'll work on a row. All of that. That's what I love about my team here on the server. Now, again, you can be part of it, though. You can be part of our server. You can come in, you can hang out with us, you can work together with us, or you can go off and do your own thing. If you've never played some 7 Days to Die, I strongly recommend it. Right now, it's like a steal. It's like you're stealing from the fun pimps. It's like you can get it for like 10 bucks when it's on sale, or even 20 bucks. It's totally worth it. And if you'd like to play on one of the most robust servers I've ever seen, the best server hosts I've ever had, and I've gone through about 5 of them now, they have amazing servers. They never go down. I don't have any issues with them. Basically, they just run and run and run. And they don't, you know, go down for maintenance in the middle of my stream or anything like that. They don't tell me to just not stream on those days, which somebody actually told me that. I couldn't believe they said that to me. I go, are they actually telling me that I can't stream? I can't do my job at that time? I'm like, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can work on. There's nothing we can work out. Nope. Well, guess what? I want my money back. And I'm not going to tell you who it is because I don't bash other people, but I will tell you the problems that I have had in the past. But watch out. Watch out. If you've got a server host that is just, you know, they're just either their server's too slow or you're having a problem with it or it's crashing or they do maintenance in the middle of your gameplay time, here's what you do. Here's what you do. My mods will throw it in the chat as well. You go to these guys right over here. Nitrado. These guys are awesome. They are amazing. They do an amazing job of our server hosting. So, again, I don't have to shout them out. And I wouldn't shout them out if I didn't believe in them. If I didn't believe in their company and the quality of their service, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother because I don't have to. I don't even have to show it to you on the stream. All I got to do is put it down below as a sponsor. All I have to do is put it down below the stream. I don't have to shout them out all the time if I don't want to. Because that's part of my deal. But I don't mind shouting them out. I don't mind shouting them out because you can see that we are building massive stuff on our servers. You will see us play some Horde nights with 2,000 zombies or 4,000 zombies. Most people do 30 or 60. We will do 4,000 in a night. It's insane. It's insane. Once we get this base kind of squared away a little bit more, I will crank that up to 4,000 and you will see insanity like you'd never believe, like you've never seen before. So there you go. Kiz, can you tell me who is because I might rent from them one day, lol? No, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Here's the thing you do. Just go to Nitrado and forget all the rest of those people. And if you are with a bad server host right now, tell them you want your money back. Get your money back and go to them. That's the thing to do. Never suffer bad customer service. I do not. I let them know, too. I was like, you guys gave me terrible customer service. Terrible customer service. I don't want to work with your company. Sorry. Sorry, it's on you. And then give them some feedback on how to be better next time. Be respectful. Say, look, these are the problems I had. This is why I'm leaving your company because of these reasons. Right now, it's up to them. It's not your job to have, you know, to be in charge of what they're doing. Right? If they just like, you know what, that's the way it is. Too bad, too sad. Well, then you're like, that's on you guys. That's not on me. Right? If you want to continue to have the same problems and have people like me who do this for a living, who play games for a living on your service, you're going to have to do better than that. Have to do better than that. You can't just say, sorry, there's nothing we can do. If you go with a company that says, sorry, there's nothing we can do, then you need to talk to the manager. Now, I worked at Apple. There is never a point when you work for Apple where there is nothing you can do. Right? There's always some way, at some point, you can find a middle ground and do something. Right? And do something to help that particular person. And that's a cool thing about that company, by the way. Incredibly cool. that they will go above and beyond to help people, which is nice. Now, if you're asking for the world when you only got, you got an iPod and you're asking for, hey, I want a laptop, come on. It's got to be fair to both sides. It's got to be an equal agreement on both sides. If you're going above and beyond and you're acting crazy and doing all of that stuff, you know what? Most likely, they won't even want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with that, most companies, right? Most companies do not want to deal with all that. They will help you to a certain extent, but you're shooting yourself in the foot. What you want to do is be respectful and say, look, this is my problem, and I would like someone to help me resolve it. That always works out better in the long run, I find. And some people say, the squeaky wheel gets the, whatever, gets the oil, which is true. But be a squeaky, respectful wheel, right? Be respectful of other people. You can be upset, which is perfectly within your right. But don't be a jerk about it. Don't be an a-hole. Don't call them up and say this, and you guys this, and the other thing this, right? Now, sometimes I have gone off on people. I mean, I've gone off on Megan. Oh, coming in with the autos. We love Megan over there. If you're coming in from Megan's channel, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. If you've never been in my stream before, my name is Kismet. I'm a variety streamer here. We're talking a bit about bad customer service there. Talking a bit about bad customer service and never suffer bad customer service. Don't let them get away with it. Talk to the manager. Talk to the manager's manager. Call the secretary of the owner, right? Like if you got a problem in your city, don't call the mayor. Call the secretary to the mayor. Call the city clerk. Because those are the people with the real power, which is funny, right? You think you call the mayor and the mayor has the power? No. You call the secretary of the mayor. You say, look, I've got this problem, and let's see what you guys can do. Because the secretary is also a problem solver for the mayor. So the secretary is going to try to do as much as they can to solve the problem without actually having to bring it to the mayor, right? So that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Get in charge of those people who are connected with the people in charge and see what they can do. Right? And again, within reason. Within reason, everybody. I mean, don't do this incredibly like, hey, you know what? Your computer, my computer doesn't run. I want 2 new computers. Right? Might be going a little overboard there. Might be going a little overboard. Look at this deal. Wow, they're making it real wide. I wasn't making it that wide, but all right. Well, hey, got to make it that wide eventually. I mean, it's all good in the end. All good in the end. I'm just trying to make a little driveway here where we can drive across here. I'll try to fill all this in I can. Want to make sure I've got enough to get all the way there, though. Let's go ahead and just do the side one first. We're just going to fast run. Now, again, if you get in a rhythm here, you only miss a couple along the way. And sometimes you can get a really good rhythm where you don't miss any. But I'm holding down the shift key while I'm putting down the cement. And when you do this, it really goes way faster. Way faster, and you miss a couple, but you can go back and get those on the way back or the way forward, depending on how you look at it. And then again, the other way. You'll see I've missed a few along the way. That's okay. We'll get them on the way back. But this is a way faster way to fill this in if you get the right kind of angle and speed. Now, I've got an HD nail gun here, so it does go a bit faster. I'm just holding down the right mouse key right mouse button as well as holding down shift. Try to find it at that good angle there. My skill in construction is going way up. I always try to aim a little bit further in front of you too. Like this. Find that works fairly good. Also see where you're going a little bit. You can also go forward. There we go. Oh, that was a good one. You can go forward till you miss one and then just backtrack. And then hold down shift. And go forward till you miss one and then backtrack. But I find it's just easier to just hold down shift and just do as many as you can in a sequence. Because it does go a lot faster. Filling it in. And you can be very methodical too. Back and forth and back and forth. Very methodical. Uh-oh. Eat food. Oh, there you go. You guys reminded me. You reminded me. Man, I was about to die. I was about to die, everybody. Oh, Lauren Ann Tucker coming in with a cheer saying, eat, Kismet, eat. You guys are watching my back now. Now, sure, you let me die before, though. You guys are, ha, ha, ha. We'll let Kismet die. Ha, ha, ha. And then, oh, this time will be nice, though. This time we'll remind him. All right, let's hope I got some food in here. I do. All right, awesome. I know it drives you guys even more crazy when I actually have the food on me. Especially when it's in my bar. I have actually died from no food with it actually sitting in my bar before. Which I find very funny. So I always eat the food first. Again, eat the food first because sometimes your thirst will go down depending on what kind of food you're eating. And then we'll go ahead and drink some water. Now again, this particular mod allows you to stack stuff much higher. Like you can stack 100 water instead of just like 15 or 20 or whatever it is in the other one. A lot less. There we go. We'll put that in there. We got a bunch of other random stuff we can throw in there as well. So we don't get too filled up with stuff. There we go. Let's get our bike. Gotta do the sounds. Gotta do the sounds, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and work on this one. Oh, and that was it. That was game over, man. So there we go. So we've got it. Now we can always come back, of course, fill that in, finish the rest of that out. But as you can see, boom. Perfectly great ramp. It's also very obvious when you're coming along the road, right, where the ramp is. So you're buzzing along, and you're like, hey, where's the ramp at? You're like, oh, it's right there. Boom. Just kind of go right off the edge there. Right to the thing. I also put a sign there, too, by the way. You put a sign there that says base and put an arrow. Which is a lot of fun as well. So there we go. We've got it done. Look at that. Here we go. So it's going to go from that side, across this area here, all the way past all of this, way over here, all the way. Ooh, I think that's a bandit. Oh, let's see if she ganks that. Gank him. She got him. Those are NPCs there. That's just an NPC. Oh, she ganked her. Ah, got that guy. Now, you can't actually see him stabbing him. Well, let me just go ahead and speed this little interaction up. Dang it. There we go. Speed that up. And then boom, you can see it goes all the way here to the road on the other side. I've kind of created some ramps there. This way it kind of makes it a little bit, and we're going to be filling this whole entire area in. Now I'm just doing the ramps here to get that started. Now we're going to do Horde Night here in just a little bit, so make sure to stay tuned for that. It's going to be crazy. There you go. Isling in the chat. What's up? Saying hello, Kismet. How you doing tonight? Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate everybody hanging out, showing the love. I actually died for no reason last time because I did have all that food and water on me, which was pretty funny. Pretty funny. There you go. And again, thank you, Megan, for that host. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. If you are enjoying the stream, feel free to hit that follow button up there. I do play a lot of Fallout. I do play a lot of 7 Days to Die. And sometimes I just straight up snipe peeps. Snipe peeps in the head. Hold on. I got to reload. I don't need to zoom in. Just wait for the shot. Say bye-bye. Bada bing. All right, so you can see our base is looking cooler thanks to Anon there. Kind of stylizing it a little bit. Looking nice. Looking nice. And as you can see in here, we have got all of our stuff going here. We've got some forges and whatnot, but it's time to try to expand our base a bit. We've got the main kind of bunker that we started with. We've built a Kismet kill box over there. Eventually, we need to put blade traps and stuff like that. We're going to build a different style of kill box. We're going to have people build different kill boxes, and we'll try different ones out. I'll probably build it much further away from the base, though. As we kind of expand the base, we'll build it much bigger, probably in that direction. We'll build kill boxes more on the far end of the compound, and the compound will just be where we're working and coming in and out of and whatnot. Now, one of the things we need to do here is also start to build a defense structure around the base. Now, what we want to do, of course, is make it where the mobs cannot get to us. Now, if I build a wall there, around the entire base right now. What's going to happen is they're just going to run into that wall and break through that wall. So it'd be kind of a waste to do that right now. What we really need to do is create some bunkers that are going to have different things in it, right? So let's go look around a little bit first before we get all into building for some inspiration. Now, there's another great thing in here is you have lots of points of interest to check out. Let's go ahead and just tag the city. Lots of points of interest to check out, and when you're doing the War of the Walker mods, like I am, War of the Walker mods, it also has additional point of interest that are not in the base game. So let's go ahead and head out this way. Actually, let's head back this way first, and then we'll head down on a little thing here. We're going to head over to the town. We're going to drive around the town. We're going to look at the different points of interest there and try to get some ideas of what we want to build. We're going to go ahead and start with building the food location. Where we're going to keep our food and maybe even a garden and whatnot, just to get that started over on this side. Now, I don't know if the ladies have started the garden or not, but as you can see, there's some structures in here to look at. You've got kind of this area over here, which is like an antenna area. Got some fairly garages with a typical A-frame top to them. Let's go look at these buildings over here. Got ourselves a water tower. It'd be kind of cool to build a water tower. Or unless something, you know, maybe out of glass with a whole bunch of water in it. That'd be kind of fun. We could build that. Some bulletproof glass. Really cool building here. It's like kind of like a military-style bunker. I mean, this would be a great building to take over at the beginning of the game. Look at this. Look at this. It's already got a military-style bunker to it. It's already got frames up there and whatnot. Let's go and take a look at this base. Look at this one. See, this would be like a great base, right? Great place to start. Now, right here, you can see a little bit of a problem, right? How do I get in there? How do I get in there? Now, they already have a kill box right there. That's how we usually used to do the kill box with the 50 rounds. And then you kind of go down in there and you can fight off the mobs underneath your base, which is pretty cool. Now, how do we get up to the top base? The heck if I know. Let's look around. First, let's shoot some bad guys. There we go. I try to use one bullet, one kill. Try to save those resources. Try not to waste too many things. So we're just going to look around, see if there's an actual entrance to it. No, doesn't look like there's an entrance along the outside edge. Now, I've never been in this POI. I don't know anything about it. And if anybody knows anything about it, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, because that's part of the fun, is exploring stuff. Now, you can see over here, there's this one's made out of stone in this one little spot here. I wonder why that is. Let's go take a look. Made out of wood. Now, this is actual stone, and this is actual wood. That's interesting. So these are just wood plates around the outside, and that's the actual stone there. That's actual stone there. Oh, yeah. Now, what we can do is try to break in here. This is 10,000. Let's go ahead and just break in. I happen to have an auger, so this is going way faster than it should, as well as I have an HD auger, as well as I have the perks that go along with it, like Miner, 69er, and all of that. So this is going incredibly fast. Don't think that it would normally go this fast. Normally it does not. All right, so there we go. We got a bit of a thing to get through here. Chainsaw. Look at this. Look at this. This reminds me of one of our first bases that we built, where you can get down here. Somebody can be in the middle there, dragging them in, and you can be up here just shooting down at them. Now, this base is already built. You can just use this base, right? Got the stairwell here, looking awesome. You can just use this base to get started. Now, of course, watch out when you first come in the base, though, because you never know what's going to be in here, right? You never know what's going to be in this base. Now, here you've got the upper level. You've literally got amazing kill box already built in this POI right here. You could just take this building over and use it. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know why it is I do that. It just because it's fun. There we go. Nice room in here. Now, I would normally cut a hole through there. Another room in here, very nice. Now this might be something we want to do, right? Maybe build like a big building like this, like an office building, and have different rooms for different reasons, right? Now I like to build above ground. I don't like to build typically, look at this. This is just asking for a farm up here, right? Look at that. Perfect farm. Now I've never seen this again. I wasn't intending to show you this. I just happened to run across it. But I know what the intent of everything is there. Look, we got some yucca. You got some cotton. You got some aloe vera already there. So you could pick it up and then actually start to garden up here at the top. An incredibly great building just to start using right from the very beginning. Now, of course, we like to build our own custom buildings away from pre-existing buildings. But that is a really cool starting bunker. Like it. Like it a lot. And, of course, you've got stuff going to be in the sink, some various stuff here. Let's see what we got. Loot it out a little bit since I'm already here. Cabinet does not show up. And there we go. So, yeah, that would make a really great base. I mean, right there, you've already got a pretty great base that you can utilize as well. Shoot them bad guys. Shoot them bad guys. Boom. So, let's go ahead and look at some more stuff. More bad guys. And what is up with my shooting today? What is up with my shooting today? So I should be able to walk and shoot. Where are those bullets going? Where are they going to? Apparently, they're like magic curving bullets. There's no bullet drop in this game, by the way. So if I got the target right on their head, they should die. There we go. That was pretty good. Right, here's somebody else. Who is that bad guy in the window? Oh my gosh, really? I was doing so good. Prison guard. I just picked up a 600 sniper just now.
Very nice.
Just pick up a fully upgraded 600 sniper right now. Now, I've already got one, so somebody's going to get a nice one here in a minute when I go bring it back to the base. All right, look at all these cool buildings, right? So you can build a lot of really fun stuff in this game. It's very inspiring to just kind of go around town, look what you like. I love balconies like this. This is super cool. Probably going to build one of those. Probably going to build one of those at some point. You got little houses like this. I love to see what other people build, both in Fallout here and also in this game. This is actually a cemetery right here with kind of like a, whatever they call that thing. It went right out of my brain. The thing. Also, you got up here, look, you've got a skylight up there. People shooting over there. Now, they got NPCs walking around the town to give it kind of more of a feel, which I really like. I wish they'd add that in the regular game. Now, I just go around and, like, snipe bad guys from time to time. Just get some XP as well. So, we got also other things here. We've got a church. We've got a shotgun area. All sorts of buildings here. This is kind of cool looking. Look at this building. Kind of like a advanced kind of Hydron collider or something. I don't know. Something cool looking. And of course, you've got yourself kind of like a, looks like a glasswork, kind of like a modern home or like a hospital. We got a bookstore here. I wonder if anybody's been in that bookstore. It doesn't look like it. Let's go see what we got. Let's go see. Now, also in this particular mod, you'll find you have a lot less mobs, which I kind of don't like. I like it with more mobs, personally. I also have an auger, and you'd think you'd want to go through here, but you really want to just go through here. Because those are only 500, where these are 2,500. Right? So it's just easier to break through the wall than to try to go through there. Unless you're trying to get the actual stuff in there. See anything too sexy in here. Nothing too sexy. That door's locked. I got an auger. No door's locked. Ah, look at that. Gas barrel. Nice, nice. There's also a whole bunch of stuff in here. We could wrench. We could wrench all of that stuff. I'm just looking for a little book since I'm here. And keep on going down the road. I think I might build a water tower. That's kind of cool. It'd be awesome out of glass. Awesome out of bulletproof glass. Now, you've also got a missile silo over here. Another great thing to take over and use, except for what happens is people in there will respawn. So if you take over an existing building, the only way to prevent it from respawning is to have a whole bunch of bedrolls spread out, at least 15 from each other. So it'd be like 15 from one and 15 from the other. So it'd be like 30 from each other, so that you can block the respawn. If you rebuild, if you tear the whole thing down and rebuild it, you still get respawn. If you put down your own custom places, you still get respawn every time. Look at this, Shotgun Messiah. See, this is a nice little place here. So we'll go check that out. Right through the doorway. Right before you could swing. So there we go. So they've got baskets in here. They've got all sorts of stuff. This is a really great place, by the way. Just looking at the architecture in here. So you've got stuff on top. Now here's how you check and see. See, that was actual metal. Sometimes you can actually paint it to look like that, which I see they'd put wood and stuff in there. But as you can see, it's using rebar. Or not rebar, but it's using support frames to support the roof edge, which is awesome. But of course, it's only spanning 5, so you don't really need that, but it's just more for cosmetic. But you can come in and wrench a whole bunch of stuff. You can get tons and tons of loot in there. I'm going to go ahead and leave it for now. Again, we're just kind of looking around. Let's go back this way. And let's go ahead and look at these kind of things right here. Now, right now, this is Jim's cars. And it looks like someone's already come over here and wrenched them all. They did forget all the gas, though. Let's go ahead and get the gas. So what you can do is find these barrels that you can, barrels of oil or gas that you can convert into gas to use with your bikes and other stuff. I usually drive around, look and see if I've got them all. Yep. Got them all. And I can also just kind of break in, see what's in here. Now, early in the game, these really do help. When you don't have workbenches yet, build those up. Really nice. Same thing over here. Break out some windows, take a little peek. A little peeky peek. Look at this, this is a feral. That's a feral. How do I know it's a feral? Because it's running during the daytime. Oh, hello. Sneaking up on me. Sneaking up on me. Got some frames there. Oh, it goes to the roof. Nothing. Anybody else want to get rowdy? Nope. How about up here on the roof? Oh, now look at this. See, these are awesome for wrenching. And then, of course, you have an auger, or if you have a pickaxe, you just do this. And bam, I just got a ton of black iron right there. I got to be careful with the chainsaw, because I can actually destroy this. I can destroy these parts really easily, or that box really easily by pressing it too many times. I don't think I have my wrench on me, do I? No, I put it back on my bike. Put it back on my bike, but if I had my wrench, I would go ahead and wrench all that stuff as well. Looky good. All right, we out of here. Now it's closing in on Horde Night, everybody. So again, we're just going to look for some inspiration. And then after Horde Night, we'll do that. Now, this is a really cool one. Jim's Cars. Looks cool POI. Also, this is kind of cool over here. You've got kind of like a drive-in. Reminds me of a Sonic. You guys, who's heard of Sonic before? Put a 1 in the chat. I never heard of it until I came and moved to Tennessee. I never heard of Sonic before. Oh, that has a bunch of loot in there. Holy mackerel. Tons of loot in there. There we go. Have you seen the new motorcycle they're adding? Yeah, I like the hog they're adding. I call it the Harley, but it's like a hog or a chopper. Very, very cool. I did see that video. I gotta be real careful with these right here, because those will actually switch with the current batteries and seat that I have, so I gotta drag those. But all the rest of this stuff I can go ahead and put on all up in there. Like that. So yeah, I have heard of it. It looks awesome. I have heard of Sonic, but it's so far from me. Well, it's just like a drive-in. Now, back in my day, here I go again. Back in my day, the drive-through that you wanted to go through, the drive-in you wanted to go to, was like A&W Root Beer. They had a really cool drive-up where you could drive up. Dairy Queen, same thing. You drive up, and then, of course, you get yourself a root beer float, and you get yourself, you know, like a RB sandwich or something like that, because they had the roast beef sandwiches back in the day at Arby's and stuff like that. Those kind of drive-ins were awesome back in the day. Awesome. Now, I wasn't around in like the 50s. That's really way before my time, where they had, you know, the people with the greasers with their leather jackets and all that stuff. Nah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you know, the drive-ins where you drive in, they go and they bring you your food, all that kind of stuff. Which is pretty cool. Unlike the drive-in movies where you would drive in and then watch a movie, which is also fun. All right, starting to get dark here, everybody. So I like some of those buildings. Very cool. I like the facade of this kind of theater or whatever is here, right? Got some movies. Of course, they're kind of not the type of movies that everybody shouldn't watch out when you go to that movie. Watch out for that. Boom. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that in right there. It'll tell me how to get back to my base. Getting pretty close to Horde Night. Look at this. We got a construction yard we can go and do. Some more places that we kind of explored on the way back. This right here is a pretty cool little one. It's like a water refinery or whatnot. There's a lot of resources right there. That's a massive amount of resources that you can get up here. Cool little house. Look at this one. Again, I love the new POIs in this particular mod. Very cool. It's kind of like it's like a little what do you call those things? Little roach coach, right? The little moving food thingies. Very, very cool. Can't think of what it's called. What is that called? Food wagon, food something. Somebody remind me in the chat. Remind me in the chat of what that's called. Food something. Food truck. Oh my gosh, my brain. The food truck. They got their own little food truck back there. See if I can finagle one of these angles. Bada bing! Get up there. Nope. Alright, I'm going to fix it myself. All else fails. Try to fix it yourself. What the heck? Couldn't even click it. Wee, wow. Get up there. Whee! Now if that fails, here's what you do. You go ahead and just try to hit a little bit more. Now the problem is I can't hit it with subtlety. If you want to hit it with subtlety, you got to use something else, like punch it. So you just do a little bit of damage, or you can use a hammer, or you can use something else. Like I can try to use a nail gun, but that's going to repair it. I can try to shoot it. I can hit it. Hit the ground. Where you do a little bit more subtle damage, which will kind of depress it enough to where you can try to use it to get out. Right? Like that. Just very subtly. And then you can try to get up and out of there, right? So it doesn't quite work there because the one underneath was not done subtly, right? So let's go ahead and do a little bit more. Let's go ahead and try that. And then let's try to angle it up a little bit. Okay, so you kind of got a real flat edge, right? So it's like a square edge there. So again, we'll go ahead and hit it again. And now it's the full block is gone. So what do? Well, it's really the angle at which you're hitting stuff is how it's going to work out, right? So if you hit something on the edge, I find it has a tendency to work a little bit better. So you can kind of go up on that edge and use that kind of angle. Be a little depressed on that angle like that. Oh, if I can get on that angle. And try to get up there, right? Now, an even easier way is if you had some wood right now. I could jump up. Go over here. Hit that baby. Now, in this particular thing, you have to unlock. You have to unlock the ability to do ramps through your thing there. We'll go ahead and say 20. Cancel this. Getting close to time. Craft some more of that. So we got that going on. We'll go ahead and then even make it even easier to get out by using some ramps. Put one ramp in there. See if that helps now. There you go. So it's really hard to get that right angle. So you have to kind of work it up a little bit. But it depends on how you're cutting it, right? It depends on how you're cutting it in that kind of angle that you're doing. It's very difficult to do it manually without using your without using the ramps. All right, how we doing on bullets? We have plenty of bullets. Plenty of bullets. How we doing? What did I do with my med kit? Did I put that away? Apparently, I put that away in my bike. I did. All right, med kits. Now the cool thing is normally I would put all this stuff in the thing. Oh, I forgot to close the door. In the drop box. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and utilize my bike here. Already got that all the way up. Let's go ahead and eat some food so that doesn't happen in the middle of Horde night. There we go. And again, we just got a few more minutes. I thought I closed it. Freaky. Freaky. All right, so let's go ahead and get whatever we need to get out of here. Out of here. Oh, keep the food. Yeah, we'll keep some of the ramps. All this other stuff can go. Keep that. Get all this stuff. There we go. And we got a bunch of drop box stuff. Now, eventually, I want the drop boxes to be on the outside, where you don't have to go inside. You just drive up and drop it all off in the drop boxes. We'll work on that. Hope I don't want to give up my coat, though. I do need the ability to repair my coat. Can I repair my coat? What do I need to repair it? Cloth fragments. Really need to get a lot more coats, too. There we go. Get some more stuff here. Keep my wrench in there. Pine seeds, grassy ground. Don't need that because I'm making more grassy ground. Put my coat back in there. Actually, I'll keep my coat on me just in case. So I like it where you can actually drive up and put stuff in the drop boxes without having to go into the base. And we've done that many times before. You can just put them on the side of the wall. But I would put them at least 4 up. And don't put them on the side of a building that's going to get shot at by cops. Right? Because you don't want to have your stuff up here, and all of a sudden all sorts of mobs are attacking your base, and then of course destroy those, and it drops all the loot, and you got to pick it up real fast. That sucks. What's up there, girl? What's up? Is you got no hit. Horde coming in. I looked at the time to see how much longer I got till they start to run. Hip fire. Like shooting ducks out here. And on, of course, right in front of me, right when I try to shoot. So funny how often that happens. There we go. Got them all. Got them all. All right. Now, usually you want to use your knives and stuff like that, like they're doing. They're ganking them. They're shanking them with their knives, which is really fun to do. I typically just shoot them in the head. I shoot them in the head. There you go. Kismet, there's some very interesting mobs on the combo pack, like the Stonehenge. That is amazing. Labyrinth, the compact poi. Has so much amazing stuff. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Do you guys start building and then transferring stuff yet? Yeah, we transferred everything over to our main bunker, which is right here. We built kind of a mini kill box over there that we're going to use for Horde Night. But now what we're going to do is start to expand it even more, right? So we're going to start to build. The next thing I'm going to build is kind of like a food area for them to do. Or maybe I'll build a garage. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I am going to build kind of a... kind of like a carport, kind of like a gas station, but it's going to be a drop box station. So basically you come in, you drive in, you put in all your stuff in the drop boxes, and then you drive off. That is going to be the next thing I do, and it's going to be kind of fun. So we'll figure it out here in a bit. Ooh, got in before he closed the door. Aha. We're going to go up on high here. We're going to go ahead and head over the drop, or over the kill box now. Now, on the community server, people do not have to all be in the same spot. So sometimes what happens is people are off in different spots. Now, one of the problems currently with our base here, because we're not really building up this kill box that much, because we're going to do a different kill box, but we would normally put bars around the side, and we build a whole sniper area up here, and then usually we'll put the stuff above this base, and it would be all in one tower. Right? So we'd have the kill box at the bottom, then we'd have like a sniper area up above to kill all the mobs on Horde Night, and then we would have the base up above. We've done that many times. We've kind of crushed that. We've done it. We don't need to do it every single time. I mean, it would make the game super easy. We just build the same thing again because we already know how to build it. But we want to iterate on it. We want to make it even better, and this time we're going to build a massive base because it's fun. It's fun to do, you know, just do something different each time. So it gives you some something to look forward to each time. There we go. Did you guys start building or transferring stuff? Yes, we have started to build it. Just make a ramp, Kismet. I could make a ramp if I wanted to, but I've done that in the past many times. Made a ramp up into the base, and you could draw the drawbridge and then go in the base and go to the second level and all that stuff. We've done all of that before. No, it's not that big a deal for us to do. Now, again, if you'd like to see any of that stuff, all of those mega builds, all of that stuff is on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. It's youtube.com/KismetBP. It's right over there. Kismet, B like Bravo, P like Papa. And my mods, there we go, or my mods will throw it in the chat. There you go. Oh, why is my thing not scrolling down again? What is that bar in the upper right? That is the boom meter. That is the boom meter up there. If you see something that you really like here on the stream, what it will do is it'll grab a clip and put it up on boom. I tried to get it to show live on stream, but for some reason it's not working. I will work on it again, thanks to Microsoft, who of course screwed up. I had it working. All right, you guys should be over here in the kill box. What's up, guys? You don't want to attract them to the main base. That's where all the loot is. You never want to bring them to the main base.
Oh.
Come on out of there, guys. Come on out of there, dudes. Come over here. You're attracting them to our main base. Bro, come over here, Matt. Drag him over this way. I don't think so, Mr. Copperoony. I hate it when people do that. I absolutely hate it when people run because it's so hard to kill anybody. It's so hard to kill them, so hard to shoot them, that I don't even bother. I don't even bother to shoot at them. I try to save people, but it's just too difficult. So I just snipe other mobs. Snipe other mobs. Again, I try to get the big ones first, because there's the ones who do the most damage. Now, some of these guys I've never even seen before. These guys are a part of the mobs. These green guys here are part of the what do you call it? The mod. Part of the mod. They are new peeps. Still alive and kicking? That one is. Took a shot to the head and still alive. Oh man, are they coming in like crazy. I don't know if these new ones do more damage or what their deal is. Whatever their deal is, they can take a few hits. Now, normally we'd have our blade traps up by now, and we'd have all of our electricity and all that stuff run. But we're kind of running behind on this particular playthrough because on this particular server, other people are playing. The community's playing. So while we're not on, they're still forwarding the days as well. Again, my job first to interrupt the cop before he shoots, and then shoot him in the head. And until he falls down. Like so. Now our base is pretty strong. It's got a lot of steel around that kind of middle level. They've got to get through the middle level first. Notice how we do the middle level first. Oh, wow. Got tons of cops. Tons of cops coming in. Now, if you are in a server with multiple people, and some people are on one point and you're on another point, they'll get their own mobs wherever they are, usually. Sometimes they'll all go in one direction. And sometimes you got to pull out the chainsaw. I love the chainsaw. I love it, a chainsaw. Wow, that's some bad shooting. That is some bad shooting. I swear they moved their head the very second I shoot a bullet at their head. There we go. Looking good. Hey, there's Ro. Ro's partying in the kill box. Now, sometimes they're not dead when they're down, so shoot them again right in the crotch. All right, let's party. Big boy. Big boy ain't got no head. Oh, all these guys like me. They want to party. They want to party. Let's get the party going on. My game sounds up a little bit. So you guys can hear all the chaos. Look at this. Notice how I'm prioritizing the cops. Always prioritize the cops. Now Rose over here, he's shanking them. Shanking them because it costs no bullets. It costs 0 bullets. Look at that shot. That was a good shot. Now if you like what you see, make sure to boom it. If you see an epic shot, feel free to hit that, throw that boom, exclamation point boom in the chat. Or you can use the kill box emote. That is a lot of zombies, but it isn't as much as we usually do. Get down from there, you little sucker. 3 shots and I missed them every time. I need to get the 20 shot. That's funny, I was trying to shoot that guy and I got him instead. Alright, they're doing some damage over here. Let me work on him a little bit here. Uh-oh, got me. Got me a little bit there. Oh, because I ran out of gas, that's why. Got more gas, oh well. Yeah, he's dead. And we also have some fun. One of the great things about this particular base is you can also just smack him in the head. Oh, you can try to smack him in the head anyway. Whoa! There's a crawler in the base. Center stairs. Dead. Well, I always keep some med packs on you as well. So you can also use the club. Get up in the club a little bit. Kind of run up on them. Smack them in the head. Knock them down. Of course, the higher in you get with the club, the more you can take them out. Oh, I keep forgetting. I don't have any gas for that. All right. Now this is starting to get rowdy out in here. Starting to get rowdy. A lot of mobs. Another type of crawler there. Wait for him to come back down. Shoot him in the head. Where at the very second I shoot, that's when he moves his head. Yeah, try that. Try to run around with no head. Base is still holding up great. Now also what you can do is if they start to get through your base, you can have one person on repair, so they can be repairing the base while they're attacking the base. So right now would be a good time to have a bunch of forged steel, and you can go ahead and repair the base at the same time. Love when these guys just stand in front of me so I can shoot them in the face. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Now when they're down, that's the best time to shoot them. Now she's going to stand back up again. These guys are super tough in this mode. A lot of shots to get those guys. Again, when they're down, that's the best time to shoot them if you can get them. There we go. Come on, baby. So again, this is actually a pretty tame Horde Night for us. This is pretty tame. I haven't cranked it up yet. Now, we have done zombie Horde Nights that have literally 2,000 zombies. And this is pretty easy. For us, this is easy. So they're starting to really work on that thing right there. Oh, we have one where they're going to break through there. Everybody's got some repair for it. Now one of the things, see how that one block right there is getting really low? You don't want to stand in front of that block. Because what will happen is just more and more mobs will go in and hit that block and then they'll get through. You want to keep people away from it. So you want to stand to one side. Kind of like I'm doing now. I'm standing to this side so they'll all get stuck on those things. So the ones that are running to me will end up in these kind of blocks and die over here. That one's already dead. Again, I'm always looking at the base in terms of its damage. How much damage it's taking. There we go. Right in front of me when I shot. It's not easy when you're working with other people. It happens. I mean, they don't mean to do it, but it happens so often. Cop coming in. Two headshots. Look at that. Nice. Try to get as many headshots as I can get. Obviously, less bullets you got to use. I got plenty of bullets, but still. Horde Night is a long night for us. I'm dead. Looks like we get that one repaired. Looks like we got it repaired. And again, always prioritize the cops. Oh, headshot. Get him while he's down. Go for the headshot. There we go. Looked like he just flew away. That was awesome. Again, always try to prioritize the cops. And the irradiated one. There we go. Trying to get in the zone. Lots of crawlers coming in. Now, toward the end of Horde Night, it starts getting tougher and tougher and tougher. And then, of course, the higher and higher number you get into the days, it gets tougher and tougher as well. Sometimes we have up to like 100 cops come in and attack us at once. It's crazy. That's not exaggerating either. We'll get like 100 cops in a Horde Night. Pretty crazy. By the way, I've used about 300 bullets so far. I'm trying to lead him a little bit so he walks right into the shot and gets hit in the head. In the booty. Again, this is kind of like our ultimate streamlined Kismet kill box. It is super effective, as you can see. Easy to kill the mobs. Easy to see the mobs. You just run up. Smack her in the head. Like that. Hip fire some of these guys. Just gonna hip fire. Oh, headshot from far away. Again, barely any repairs. Super simple to build. They're just wet cement. And then what you do is you just fill in the middle, because they have to get through the middle one to get into your base. The only thing that can get in under that would be a crawler or a dog, and usually they only attack the middle edge. So it does work really, really good. So this is really all you need to build, and boom, you're set. Just have lots and lots of ammo. And there it is. Time to kamikaze. Let's do this. Kamikaze! Meep meep. Kismet drive-by. Meep meep. Meep meep. Meep meep. That one's dead. Meep meep. Meep meep. Meep meep. They're very dead now. I jumped on him and tried to shank him. Shanked his head off. So yeah, look at that. Barely any damage. Tons and tons of mobs. Still owned them big time. But that's nothing. That is nothing. That's just like an easy Horde night for us. You wait till we turn it up to 4,000 zombies, and then it will be insane. And super fun at the same time. Then you feel like they're really going to try to get through the base. Now, our design is so elegant and so easy to defend against because you can see all the mobs very easily. There's nothing obstructing you. You can shoot them very, very easily. That is probably the optimum design of the Kismet kill box at this point. But we're going to try something different at some point. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to run back, get an axe, drop off the stuff that I have. and then go and help loot a bunch of stuff. Looty loot. Right over here. So feel free to use the design as well, Kismet. You know, sometimes I get, yeah, Kismet, can I use your design or whatever? Yeah, you know, hey, it's really the Parthenon is what that design is. A lot of stuff is taken from that. We have the central poles and whatnot to defend you. A lot of people use very similar designs with the 50 rounds, but we've taken it to another level where we eliminated the 50 rounds and now use a more of a wet concrete pole, and then we offset the pole. We put one on the ground, and then we put one on the up above, and then we put one up above again, and then it acts as a deterrent for them to get to us, but also we can shoot them because they can't get through, which works really, really good, as you saw. As you saw. All right, I'm going to go out here, and I'm going to do something smart this time. I think this one's fine. Go ahead and take my bike. There we go. And then chop up some stuff. Now, what I do is I chop them up first, like that. And you'll be like, Kismet, no, you're losing all the loot, man. You're losing the loot, man. You're breaking it. You're screwing it up. Nope. In Alpha 16, if they have any loot on them, they'll automatically go down into an eviscerated remains, and then you know those are the ones you want to pick up. Otherwise, you're hitting ones that you don't even, or you're looking in ones you don't even need to look in because they don't got any loot in them. So, boom, save you lots of time to do it that way. And I like to use the axe because it also gives you bone and all of that. And it is super fast as well. Like so. Super, super fast. I also brought my bike over here so I could use the inventory of my bike as well. And we're getting tons of sweet loot. I'll show you all the loot here, of course. I'm kind of looting a little fast here. Looting a little fast. I try to fast loot so I can get back to building. Very fun to do. Now watch out when you're looting because that's the exact time that a horde shows up behind you. There's a lot of like after horde night hordes that love to just show up out of nowhere when you're collecting the loot. So keep your eyes and ears open for that as well. All right, I'm full. Again, check out the inventory here with this mod. Look how big the inventory is. Isn't that awesome? Now watch out you don't have any motorcycle parts or mini bike parts, or otherwise it will try to put that in there. So let's go ahead and put all this in there. Like so. And then we'll keep on chopping. And collecting. Now also try not to collect right next to somebody else, because that is kind of annoying. When you're hitting mobs and they're hitting the same mobs as you. Try to spread out a little bit. Just so not to be right in their zone. Right? Try not to hit the mobs they're right next to. That's just me. That's just me, because it is a little annoying when you hit a mob and then somebody else picks it up and whatnot. And if they're over there doing that one, then I'll run way over here to this one. And so on. Kind of away from where they're at. Like that. Or unless they miss it, and then I'll come back and get it. Like that. And then I'll go over here on this side. See what we got. Again, see how much faster that is? It does way faster by just chopping them up first. Then go ahead and grab that loot. Very, very nice. And we'll get that. Looking good. Looking good. And that one didn't have any. Stepped on my own boards. Yeah, looking good. Nice. And then somebody come back, they'll rebuild all of those things. Oh, there's one floating. It's magical. It's floating. It's a magical zombie. Let's drop some stuff in there. And we'll grab that. Magical zombie there. So yeah, and then somebody come back, put all the spikes back again. Now, of course, much better with blade traps and stuff like that, because the blade traps will just chop them up and just repair the blade traps. And it does most of the work, which is pretty awesome. Then you grab all your loot, take it back to your main bunker where all your loot goes. Right over here. And then somebody will go in and sort all the loot in your drop boxes, if there's enough room. Which doesn't look like there is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to fix the drop box a little bit. So I'm going to hit R to grab all the stuff onto me. And then R again. And then R again. And then I'll go to the last drop box here and drop all of the loot in there. Now what that does is that consolidates the drop boxes so you don't end up with too much stuff in one drop box. Another great thing to do is to take out all the easy stuff like iron and fibers and all that stuff that you know are really easy to sort. You can take all that out as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in there for now. And then let's go ahead and get the rest of my bike. I forget which one's mine. I wish you could change the color of the bikes. Or really cool would be to put like a license plate on the back that says Kismet. So then you can just look at the back of it and know it. I think that would be awesome. I personally think that would be amazing if they added that. What do you guys think? What do you think they should add to make it so you can see the differences of the bikes? Put it in the chat, everybody. Put it in the chat. What do you think? What do you think would be awesome? Meeps in the chat. What's up? Kismet, not trying to be rude. Do you know your green screen is wonky in one corner? Where? Where's it wonky? What corner is it wonky in? Is it all fixed now? Did it magically fix itself? It magically fixed itself when I wasn't looking. Sometimes it gets wonky, and by the way, it's not a green screen, it's a blue screen tonight. I can actually turn it around on both sides. It's green on one side, blue on the other. I prefer blue screen because you don't get that green cask. You can see it in my fingers. See around my fingers, you can see that little blue edge because, you know, computers can only calculate it so fast. So actually I prefer the blue screen because it doesn't cause that green light on your face. And then also when I'm playing Fallout 4, I get a green cast from, you know, most of the interface of Fallout, of course, is green. So it'll cast that green on my face from the monitor, and then of course the green screen will try to drop it out. I see a lot of people with their hair is green and they got this big halo of green around them all the time. That's because green screen is, I think, somewhat inferior to blue screen because of that cast that happened. Now, you can take that cast out if you got professionally lit and all that stuff. You can go in and adjust the tonal ranges and all that stuff. But I just prefer blue screen because it's just easier. It's just easier in the long run. All right, I'm going to hit R again, try to grab anything else out of here, try to combine it like so. There we go. There we go. Combined a few things there. Give me some more room in the drop boxes. Like so. And some more stuff in there. All right, our drop boxes are full. Well, let's take a moment and let's go ahead and clear some drop box stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do, and there's a lot of different ways to do this, but the first thing you want to do is just hit R to grab a whole bunch of stuff. Next thing, hit R, grab that. Next thing, hit R, grab that. Now, the reason why you want to do that is before you start to sort, you want to combine stuff first. Otherwise, it takes about a bazillion times longer. I've literally sorted in this game non-stop for like 8 hours. There was so much stuff to sort, and I was sorting it very, very inefficiently. I would sort it basically by, you know, doing one box and then the next box. That's super inefficient. What you want to do is, of course, grab stuff that stacks. Now, all of this kind of stuff here does not stack. So I'm going to skip that. Oh, there's my red puffer coat. Wear that baby right now. And so I'm going to grab a lot of the stuff here at the bottom that does stack. Like this stuff, right? And then same thing again. R. All right, cool. Now I know I've kind of combined all of those as well. Let's go ahead and pull some of this stuff down to the bottom. Because we know that we haven't sorted that stuff yet. All right, and then we'll go ahead throw all this stuff up here. Do a couple rows of that stuff before we get too far, and then we'll go ahead and take this stuff out. Now this thing right here is a single sort, so we're going to put that back in there. The wire tool is a single sort. When we already sorted all of this stuff. There we go. Now we just sorted this entire box. Everything that can be combined is combined in that particular box. So then we hit R again. We'll grab all of that, and now we know we're only sorting the last two boxes because the first box is fully sorted. And then now we've combined that. There we go. We're good. Now we go to drop box 2. Do the same thing. Hit R to grab it all. And then go to the next one. R to grab it all. And then turn right around again. Put all this stuff back in here. So this should always be the first step of doing quartermastering is combining all of the boxes in one. Now, again, you can be very specific. I'm just trying to speed this along by doing it fairly quickly here. But you can be very specific and only grab the stuff that stacks as opposed to the stuff that doesn't stack. But I just grab it all. I just grab it all because it's just faster, I think, in the long run to just pull it from one box, put it in another box, sort the stuff that you have sorted, and then put all the rest of the stuff back in the box. I just feel it just goes way faster. Same thing here. Grab everything in there. Go into these boxes, hit R, and then R again. Because you might get some of the stuff out of the other boxes that you hadn't sorted in the previous box. And then again, drop all that stuff back in. We're almost done with the sorting here. Go ahead and grab some of the stuff out so it doesn't touch the stuff that we already have in there. There we go. And take all this out, and we're in kind of the last stage here. Now, you might still end up with some stuff that needs to be stacked based on having like full stacks and stuff like that. So you might want to just go through and hit another R in both of them. It's kind of like in the final stage. And there we go. Back, and there it goes. Right? All right. Looks good. Looks good. So now there we go. We took all of that stuff that wasn't quite fitting in there. We fit it all in there, and we still have like a whole row left over that we can use for putting more stuff in the Dropbox. Now, the next thing I would do is go ahead and hit this sorter right here on all of these. Go ahead and sort those. Oh, wow, that has a couple rows there, too. And then same thing here. Sort all of that. Get that going. Then I would take all of the stuff that's super easy. Now, the stuff that's super easy, weapons and armor. That's super easy. Hey, Nooshke, what's up? Hey, Jazz Sands, thanks for hanging out in the stream. You failed not to wake her up? I'm sorry, I'll reverse. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's the Kismet drive-by. I go, meep, boom, and I hit him with the thing. I do apologize to your fiance. Yeah, sorry, my bad. My bad, but if I'm making people laugh, then I guess I'm doing it right, right? I guess I'm doing streaming right if I'm making people laugh. Hopefully you have a little bit of a better day or a better start to your day, a better end to your day, however your day is going, because you came in my stream and got a little bit of a laugh in. All right, there we go. So we got all of the kind of food, military gloves, or not food, all of the helmets and clothing. There we go. Helmets and clothing out of there. Those helmets and clothing are the most annoying thing to quartermaster because they only stack once, right? There's only one of them each stack. I would love it if it all stacked where you didn't have that problem. But such the way it goes. Like if you have 37 white football jerseys, you should start combining that. You shouldn't have that many. Big time. So we're going to go over here to clothing. And I'm going to go ahead and sort this now. And we're just going to go ahead and drop any kind of clothing in here. That we can, and then this is scrap. And then this is night vision goggles. I'll leave that in there. That's gloves there. That's kind of more armor. And this is more armor there. So we'll go ahead and put this. Go ahead and put this up here. Like so. And then we'll go ahead and sort that out. Looking good. Looking good. And then we'll kind of do a little bit more. Now, other people are also sorting this as well. So it does help a lot. When you're all kind of working together to sort the boxes because they do get full very quickly. But see how quickly we've emptied a bunch of stuff there. Got a whole bunch of weapons there. Now, do all of these weapons need to be kept? Probably not. This stuff needs to be combined. You don't need 5 boxes of weapons, right? Oh, this should not be in this box. This should be in raw weapons. See, this is on a mixed box. That's kind of the final weapons. The raw weapon stuff should be in a separate box. I don't think we have a raw weapons box yet, do we? I don't think we've gotten to that. No, we don't. Over here. Let's go ahead and make a raw whips ammo. There we go. All right, now we can go ahead and grab some of this out of here. So we have enough room to put, there we go. Then we have enough room to put the actual final weapons in there. Now again, whoever your weaponsmith is should be taking all of these weapons and looking at them and say, okay, we've got a sawed-off shotgun. It's a 600. It's a 4.55. That's nice, right? You have about 4 of them, right? You don't need 50 shotguns in there. And at this point, you should start combining your 70 shotguns and your 100 shotguns. You combine them in the workbench. So whoever has the ability to take them apart and start combining the parts should do that before it gets out of hand. Before it gets where you have 5 boxes of raw parts of weapons, which you should never have. You should never have that. They should all be... it should all be combined as much as possible. Hollow point bullet tip there. Cool. And all right, so we're going to go ahead and drop all this over here. So it has its own box. Keep getting that grassy ground action. Let's just get that off of me. There we go. I took the raw ammo out of that box and I put it in its own box, if you guys are looking for that. All right, so other easy things, car batteries.
All right, I will start the cam place next.
And then the same thing here, car batteries and whatnot. Now, again, this is just a temporary bunker for right now to keep all of our stuff. And then eventually we will move it. There's that sniper rifle. We got some ammo as well. So let's go ahead and take that ammo and the sniper rifle and throw it in there. Now, I like to put the ammo and the bullets with the gun. So if you're in there, like, okay, I'm looking for a shotgun. I got the shotgun, and then I get the gun as well. That's what I like to do. Speaking of gun, I need to repair that at some point. But I like to be in one place so you can just grab it and then pull it out, grab it, pull it out. I don't like them to be in individual things. Like this is, you know, this is pistols, this is rifles, this is, you know, this ammo, this is, you know, melee ammo, and this is this ammo. I don't like that. I don't like it to be 50 of something, right? Like right here, we have too many pistols now. These pistols should be combined where there's only like 3 or 4 pistols in there, right? 3 or 4 shotguns, 3 or 4 clubs maybe. 3 or 4 snipers. I mean, guns that people don't use, like the SMG, that should be in another place that is for like making turrets and stuff like that. So you really want to think about condensing your boxes. And how do I know? Well, I've played about 1,000 hours of this game, and most of that time was quartermastering. So I've learned that more is not better. More is just more tedious, more time-consuming. And then, of course, we got this overflow box right here. How does this keep getting... Oh, I'm making grassy ground. That's why. Just done. I'm making grassy ground. That's why that keeps showing up in there. Like, where did that grassy ground keep coming from? It's because I'm still making it from earlier. And you get the idea. There we go. So we've sorted a lot of that stuff. Look at that. And we got way too many pistols, way too many reinforced stuff. And I don't know if I can combine those, but let's go ahead and see if we can combine some of this stuff. I mean, reinforced clubs are probably not the best thing to combine. Let's see. What can we combine? Some shotguns. I don't think I have shotgun slugs. Let's see what we got in schematics over here. What can I show you guys how to combine? There are schematics. I think they're over here. Yep. What do we got? All right. I can combine crossbows. I can do compound bows. A hunting rifle. Let's see. There's a shotgun. All right. I'll go ahead and read the shotgun. There we go. And I'll go ahead and show you guys a bit on combining. There we go. So we'll grab... Oh, these are sawed-off shotguns. These are not full shotguns. Those are sawed-offs. Ooh, there's a M25 sniper. I'm going to go ahead and switch out for the M25. Oh, I should repair that first. Repair that first. Now, I put my kits in here like normal. That in there. Let's go ahead and... Just out of courtesy, I'm going to go ahead and repair that other one. Now, this particular gun that I got just now, they told me... I haven't tried it yet. But they told me it was... look at all that stuff. They told me it was actually 20 bullets instead of just 5. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I got 20 bullets now in the clip. Nice, nice. And again, that's part of this particular mod, the M25 sniper rifle. Much better for me. So there we go. Now, if we don't use these sniper rifles in a certain amount of time, we have, we already have like a ton of max level sniper rifles, then we don't need these. We don't need them at all. You just go sell them to the vendor, or you take them apart and use their parts for something else. Don't keep them forever. If you've got them in there and they're in there and everybody's already geared up, no reason to save them. Take them over to the trader, trade them off, sell them off. No reason to keep them. No reason to keep them. Like iron reinforced clubs. Great example, right? No one's going to use those, or no one should be using those if you've got the spike club, right? Or you might have, like I just saw in here, a tungsten club, which I've never even seen before. Let's take a look at that. Let's see if that's better than what I got. So it does 39.28 entity damage, and this one does 15 damage. Well, heck, I definitely want to get that one instead, right? So much higher end damage. So it does like 40 damage versus the 15 damage that I'm doing right here. So that's a new item, that tungsten club in there as well. We got tungsten arrows that do a lot more damage and so forth. So all the weapons that we're used to in using the normal mode, right, like getting the 600 sniper, now we need to upgrade to the next level and use the HD versions and the sniper rifle versions and all of that, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So there you go. Meep, meep. There we go. Concha hanging out in the chat. What's up? Thanks for hanging out. Polka Doodle in the chat. Polka Doodle. Oh, somebody wants to say hello. Somebody wants to say hello. What's up? Somebody wants to say hello. Look at this. Doggy! Little puppy. Very dead. I love the windows, man. Nice job. It's cool windows. Now, how did you do that?
They could break through, but I don't know.
Yeah, since I first seen that, I was watching some girl do that. She did a really cool job of using the trap doors or the hatches as windows. Very cool. Hello? Sorry, we're closed. No solicitors. So yeah, you can use the actual hatch as a door. Now, how do you do that? Well, when you're putting something down, you hold down R, right? Now, if you're doing it on a weapon, you can choose the different types of ammo you want to use. But if you're doing it like something with like a something you're gonna put down, I thought there was some. Here we go, wood frames. Actually, not gonna be able to see it on the wood frames because it's gonna be square no matter what I do. But I can show you the menu anyway. It pops up with this menu right here, and you can do advanced rotation, which is what you want to do. Do advanced rotation, and then you advance rotation and put the hatch straight up and down, and then you can use it as cool windows. It does a great job. Now, the problem with them, though, is they can get damaged and then kind of cause it to fall down if too many of them get broke. Now, this is just a temporary base. This is not where we do our kill box, so the chance of it getting broken is pretty low. Anyway. Now, of course, we could make them into really high-end hatches, right? You could upgrade it all with a lot of steel and a lot of stuff, and then it would be the really hardcore 8,000 hatches, which would be actually kind of cool, right? You make the whole entire base out of hatches. And you can just, even on the bottom, you could open up the bottom and just shoot their legs off if you wanted to. But very cool, opening up. And this is what I like to see. I like to see the base expand and different ideas and different people do building and so forth. Not just me, but other people do it as well. So, and I'm going to run out of time. I was going to build a food area, but it looks like I'm going to run out of time here. And I will just let my peeps continue on. I really like this kind of front face of the base. This is very nice, right? So you can come up here and you can shoot anything in the door. Now, I do like to funnel things at the door. One of the things I want to try is to funnel mobs into traps and into danger and see what happens.
Hey, cheers. Yeah. I got some armor for you in the green workbench.
In the green workbench. Oh, awesome. Let me check it out. Awesome. Let's check it out. Ooh, look at that, baby. Look at that deal. Nice, nice. Keep my helmet with me just in case. That is nice. Of course, I want to take this out of here. I'll leave the junk in there. Leave the junk in there. And let's go ahead and put it Up in here. Oh, wait. I just turned that on. Oh, it's got a light on the tungsten helmet. Oh, that's cool. It's actually got a light on the tungsten helmet.
Yeah, you can put lights on most helmets now.
That is cool. Now I don't have to have the mining helmet. Awesome. That's the weird. This would be my first playthrough without the mining helmet. Very, very weird. Now you see these other forges here too. These are unique forges. This is the weaponsmith forge. And then up above here, you can see that we have a blueprint forge where you can make actual blueprints. You can make all the different blueprints for the different base weapons, as well as you can make ammo and all that stuff, which I think is super cool. I would think that everything should be craftable in the game, and that's what War of the Walkers does. It makes it all craftable. Some of the other mods do that as well, make everything basically craftable. You can see our base is kind of getting a little bit bigger and a little bit easier to get around as we kind of expand it and build it out a little bit more as well. It does make it easier when people aren't running into each other all the time. And eventually the base will be really much wider. And then, of course, we'll have sub-areas that we will go to, which will be cool. Cool. All right. I got tons of dirt. Got to get rid of that, too. Let's get rid of that. Right up, yeah. There we go. We're going to put these clubs back in here. We'll get that in there. Let's see. Am I doing anything else in my inventory? Not that. There we go. Put this down here. And what I like to do is I like to clean house of everything that I've got on me. And just have just what I need, right? Repair kits, nail guns, whatever. For when I come back. And be good to go when I come back. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and go up above. And I think we're going to call it there. We got a lot done today. Look at that. We made that big giant thing there. We did Horde Night. We crushed it a bunch today. We got tons of resources as well for the base. And man, she's looking good. It's going to go as far as the eye can see. All the way out. All the way out in both directions. It's going to be epic. Now that building that's right there, we'll probably leave that building because if we build where that building is, they're going to respawn. They're going to respawn there anyway. So we're going to need to flatten this all out as long as we can go. Now, if you noticed here, actually, before I go, if you notice that it starts to cascade down this way. So as it cascades and it gets lower than where we're building, it's pretty easy because all you have to do is just put frames down as opposed to on that side where you actually have to cut it and do it. And the same thing with the road kind of cascades down. So eventually, the road will come down and meet up with the actual concrete. So you don't have to necessarily cut it all out. But I was just starting with the hardest part first. Always start with the hardest task in your day. Always start with the hardest thing first. And then when you get to the easy stuff, then you're like, oh, okay, this is easy. And then you're more inspired to get that stuff done, especially in the afternoon. Like about 3:30 in the afternoon, you're usually exhausted. You've had lunch. Yeah, row. Row is now stuck. All right. Just trying to get in the door. Just trying to get in the door. Pack of dogs coming in southwest. Oh, there was a pack of dogs. One left.
Hey, Ro, there is our armor in the green workbench for you.
Awesome. All right, there we go. Okay, we're going to jump out of there. All right, heading out, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night.
All right, so we're going to head out of there. We're going to go ahead and raid somebody right now. Let me go ahead and jump back up to my overseer's office. Boom. Here we go, everybody. Now, thanks to everybody for coming in, showing the love. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit that follow button right up there so you know next time I go live. I'll be back tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, playing a bunch of Fallout and, of course, a bunch more 7 Days to Die. Love this game. Massively addicted to it. Massively addicted to it. Would have liked to build a little bit more tonight, but you know how it goes. We're going to work a little bit more on the foundation, and then, of course, we'll work on building, and I don't know if it'll be Horde Night. We might do another Horde Night as well. I love doing Horde Nights in here, and again, eventually, we're going to crank it. Going to crank it way up. Way up. All right, everybody. So feel free to hang out here in the chat here for just a second as I find somebody to send the Kismet Love Train to. Now, if you've never been part of the Kismet Love Train, this is where we go out. Thanks, everybody, for hitting that follow button. This is where we go out and we show somebody some love. Now, it might be somebody we've already rated before, and it might be somebody that we've done for the first time. So we're going to go out and show them some love. Oh. Well, we're going to go ahead and get somebody else. I'd love to go get Swifty, but I can never find Swifty to get him to sign my stuff. He's the only Swifty, by the way, is the only one I fanboy. Some of you probably don't even know who Swifty is. He's one of the original streamers back in the day. Started the whole thing off. Pioneered streaming back in the day, as a matter of fact. He even had a 24-hour stream that he would run all of the time. He's the only person I fanboy. Usually I'm like, I don't do selfies and stuff like that normally. I only do it so I do it for you guys so that I can say, yeah, look, I met this particular person and I can talk about them and how amazing they are. But other than that, I don't care if I'm in the picture at all. I don't care if I'm in the picture. But I do love to go out and show people some love. Swifty is pretty amazing, but we're going to go ahead and get somebody else. Let's get somebody else here. Let's see. Let's see who we can find. Who do we got here? Lots of cool people on today. Look at all these epic people having some fun. Having some fun tonight. Did you give me the same one twice? Let's see. Oh, he just went offline. Oh, we missed that guy. Bummer. There we go. I say we get this guy and we save the other one for next time. All right, let's do that. Let's get this guy right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and get him set up as part of the Kismet Love Train. Let's get it going on. Now I have a lot of advanced stuff that I use. And one of the things I use is called Stream Elements. If you go to streamelements.com, you can actually fix stuff live on stream, which is epic. And all of your overhead of all of your stuff, right? When you're doing your overlays and all of that, it's all on them. So right now I can actually edit the overlay and customize it for the person we're going to raid right now, which is super cool. And I love to do that and customize it, though it is very time intensive, live on stream, but it's fun to do. So we're going to get that going on. And then I'm going to have to get it going over here. Now, mods, let's go ahead and put that raid hype in the chat. So we want to get ready to copy that and paste that in the person's channel. Now, also what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to use the new raid feature. If you haven't tried the new raid feature, it is super fun. What's going to happen is going to pop up at the top of the chat there, and you're going to be part of that raid just by clicking on it. Then we'll all go and raid together. It'll auto-host as well. And we'll listen in. We'll see what he's up to over there. Go ahead and pop that out there. There we go. And then let me go look at my other overlay here. Now I can look at two overlays at once using OBS, which is really cool, to see if it's showing up in all of that awesomeness. It's loading. Oh, it's loading an advertisement. Awesome. So we'll wait till this advertisement is over. And then we'll get it going on. Oh. All right. Now, again, right over here, there's some raid hype, Kismet raid, sharing the love. Now, depending on what tier you are of a subscriber, you can use your emotes as well. You've got the whole Kismet love train. Crazy's got it right there. You can go ahead and highlight it and copy, paste it. I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. And I'm going to, I should grab it over here. And I'm going to go ahead and get that ready in his channel. Now, wait for me, everybody. Wait for me. Don't go ahead. Let me go ahead and get that ready. And I'll put that in his chat. Then I'll go ahead and get the raid ready, and I'll put that in my chat. Like I said, I have a very complex setup. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and switch overlays here down to raiding others. Here he is right here. There we go. The Dark Sherpa. The Dark Sherpa right now, he has about 900 followers. There's about 5 people in his channel. He's about to have a whole lot more. Now, our whole goal with rating somebody else is not to disrupt their stream, not to make them feel bad. Our goal And that's the way raids used to be, by the way, when I first started streaming seriously, is people would come in your chat and just try to disrupt your stream. Our goal is to make him smile and make him have a better stream tonight, to make this a moment that he will never forget, and you guys have that power. You have the power to make his night, to make him have the most amazing night, the most exciting night. He's going to have a massive amount of people in his stream, but he's also going to be probably the most scared he's ever been as well, because that comes along with it. You're like, woo, I got tons of people in my stream. You're like, uh-oh, I got tons of people in my stream. And you start to freak out, which is a lot of fun. So we're going to go ahead and show him some love, everybody. Let's go ahead and get that raid queued up right now. Boom. There we go. We got the raid queued. Click that button right up there. We've only got so much time. Click it right up there in that corner. Click it, click it, click it. Let's do it. Let's get queued for that raid. Let's listen in a little bit, see what he's talking about in the channel. Let's do it.
Amazing.
Here we go. Now we're
Rip Valmod? No. It's... I was going to switch over to Starvation because Valmod got boring, like, really fast.
There you go.
And I started watching a friend of mine stream Starvation, and I was like, dude, that looks a lot better, a lot harder.
Yeah.
And I want to try that. So what Tyrezo is going to do is try and get the server up and running with Starvation, even though technically they don't support it in their mods list yet.
Well, they suck. They should get that in there. All right, here we go, everybody. Just a few more seconds, and then off we go. I'm going to go ahead and preempt the raid by putting that love train in there. Boom! There we go, and boom! Blow up that channel. Blow it up, everybody. Throw that Kismet love into his channel right now. Here we go. Get that Kismet love train going on. Let's listen to see what his reaction is. Now, there's two types of people you raid. There's the cold fish, where it doesn't even listen, doesn't even know we're there, and then the person who gets super excited.
Holy shit!
That guy!
What the hell?
We're bringing the love, bro.
Oh my god.
There you go. You did it, everybody. Look, he's smiling.
Let's kill the zombie and then go back to the base right quick, so I can process all the names.
Now, you guys did it. See, that's our whole goal, is to make the person smile, and you guys crushed it. You guys,
I have not
make
seen
his
chat
night.
go by that fast in a long time.
There you go, buddy.
Sit
there
down.
you go. Get that zombie. All
There
right,
he
now
goes.
let's see what level, what,
Kim said, thank you for the follow. Crazy520.
Sometimes they call me that, it's funny.
Neon. I just call you Neon. Nushki, thank you all for the follows. Holy shit. That is ridiculous. Now see, Priscilla's gonna be slow and take her time. Welcome in, everybody. Unexpected, unannounced. Thank you so much for the love. That is crazy. Oh, I missed the arrow. Nope, no bueno. I can't run. This is not fair. Stay back. Stay back. And of course, I whiffed the shot. I'm more concerned about chat than you, zombie.
There we go. I'm
Sit
telling
down.
them that we brought the love.
And
we made
stay
him
down.
smile. Mission accomplished.
All
right.
right.
There we go.
Holy crap. I think my bot's broken.
We broke his bot, everybody.
Kismet army killing another bot. As soon as I said it too. Holy shit. You guys have no idea how much this means. Kismet, welcome in.
You guys doing it, man. You
said-
guys
yeah,
doing it.
I said it right.
He's having a great night. Look at
I didn't
that.
say Kismet. I said Kismet the whole time. We have to help smaller streamers streaming and bringing the love. We made you smile. Mission accomplished. Actually, you'd be surprised. I was actually thinking about quitting streaming and being just a mod for a friend of mine, because for the past few weeks I've been getting 1 to 3 viewers a day, like total.
there.
It caps out at like 3, and
Been
it's
there, bro.
upsetting. It really is.
You
But
got to-
thank you so much for
you
sharing
got
the
to-
love.
well, now he hung in there, right? He hung in there. We came and we showed him
That
some
means
love. Right at the
a
right
hellacious
moment.
amount.
See? Fate gives you a little bit of a hand. Fate
I
gives
don't
you a
know
little
what
bit
to
of
say.
a push.
I honestly don't. Welcome in, everybody.
There
This
we
is
go.
fantastic.
Let's see if he tells us a little bit about
Sister Wolf. Roram. Thank you for the follows. Cookie Car 7. Thank you for the follow. You guys are fantastic. Welcome to the stream. So, now get off this. No, I hate... Okay, Onkbot has this problem where if I hover over someone's name, it decides to have purge just stay on whatever screen I'm on. Never give up, never surrender. That's something that my stepdad would have loved to have told me one day if he was still here.
There you go.
Surprisingly enough, that still sticks with me to this day.
There we go. All right, everybody. That was awesome. Thank you, everybody, for making his night, for making my night. That was a super fun raid. I'm going to go ahead and head out for the night. I will see you guys next time. Where's my button? I will see you guys next time. Here on the stream. Will be here tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more 7 Days to Die, more Fallout 4. Not necessarily in that order. All right. Bye, everybody.